I've been loving Tiny Tina's.
We live, stay alive.
See if I can wrap this up.
Wrap up your deaths? Yes, please.
Wow, the disrespect.
Ain't right.
Yeah, I mean, ain't lying. A whole lot of death.
You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie.
A lot of other people have died also. You know, a bunch of these niggas.
Oh, I mean, the other nigga you traveling with is dying too.
The other niggas ain't losing rooms.
Wow. Hey,
You said you getting checked.
He's gonna do a broke nigga on the stream. Counting your digital pockets like that.
He went back to Travis Port. He said, "Bro, niggas make me sick."
Can I connect to network? What the fuck, bruh?
It was like the winners caught your network and said, "Denied."
Oh.
Wow.
Well, I just like rested out of sight of grace, so hopefully, you know, everything's good. Fingers crossed.
Nah, you ain't gonna be good. While you gone, they gonna desecrate your body.
Gonna raise your ass again.
Damn, what'd you fall off of?
Sometimes your horse misses the jump. You know what I'm saying?
The horse? Don't blame the horse. It's you.
It's real. It's you, nigga. You are the horseman.
Nobody fucking asked you, Suave. I mean, not Suave.
Get your name right.
Sorry.
His head is still jumbled from that fall. He hit his head
Wow.
hard, guys.
No bullshit. Man, I gotta see that Elden Ring CTE.
Bruh.
We're done.
Oh no, this nigga still
Oh, hold up. Let me switch over. Fucking this cat.
Check. Yeah.
Yeah, that's much better. Oh shit.
It's still there, but
Oh, my mic's too powerful. It's too good. I just turned on my.
It's one interpretation.
What's called?
That's one interpretation.
Is that Carl that said that? God, I don't want to.
Yep.
I want to.
Well, we ain't no snitches out here.
You
Somebody said it.
snitching all the time on the right circumstance.
That's true. I'm lying. There's the right time to snitch.
You just said we don't be snitches out here. You just.
I know. I lied about that. I retract that statement. There's the right time to snitch when it benefits me.
There we go. I don't know. Only good time to snitch apparently.
Yeah, when it's totally beneficial.
Worse than Bernie Mac.
Damn. All right, there we go.
Damn.
Good, everybody good. Oh, shit.
Yep. Switching over. Hold on.
Oh, do your thing.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I gotta throw my lights back in them. Oh well.
Oh, facts. Sitting in the
Yeah,
dark.
look,
And all black, looking like he going to a Deaf Poet Society. Goddamn.
or horror, or he's in the middle of a Jordan Peele movie.
Facts.
Get out.
See something creep in the back. Let me know.
Nah, man.
I'm gonna be touched.
Let it sneak up on you.
Tuck's right here.
Nah, you gotta learn his lesson somehow. You be watching all the movies. You gotta learn his lesson somehow.
Hey, man.
Sneak up on him and get a hold of him one good time. Maybe he'll stop recommending the movies.
Nah,
Right?
that's never. That's
If
never
anything, those movies have prepared me for my untimely demise.
Those movies don't prepare
Exactly.
anyone. Nobody wins.
Anything. Nah.
Nobody wins.
Carl,
in
we
those
gonna see your
movies.
face, bro?
Nah, he said not tonight.
Not tonight.
He gonna roast people, but he not gonna show his face.
I've never roasted anybody in my life.
And you never had a beard in your life either.
I mean,
Carl was born with a beard. I think we all know that.
period.
That man was born with a beard.
Back. So, all right, let's get this thing started. Oh shit! Still got a
Let's
little bit.
go. I feel like we haven't had a normal podcast in a minute. Super
Yo,
excited
for
for this.
real.
Good
It
combos
feels like
coming.
it's been
20
forever.
years.
At least a
Yeah.
whole
20
month, I
years.
think.
Nigga.
What is podcasting? And how
Nice.
do we
Been like-
do it?
I'm not really sure. Maybe we start with this. Start with this intro.
Hey.
Thank y'all for joining us and welcome to the podcast. Follow us at Blerdimension here on YouTube and Instagram if you haven't already. Turn on notifications so you can be the first to know when we got new content for you. I'm Kavan, the Grito Suave. We got JK, Beasternal. We got JD, Create Activity.
Welcome back, everybody. Happy to have you.
We got Creston, not Cirque.
Yo, what's going on? Good to be back.
For sure.
Absolutely. Got AJ, not Slinja.
What's going on, everybody? I'm still trying to figure out what JK said at the beginning. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I also
I
don't
just,
know.
I just gave up.
Watch more
100%.
K dramas, you'll find out.
Oh, okay.
I
I
don't
thought it
know.
was. I thought it was a different language. I just wanted to make sure.
I
I
said,
thought it was.
"Annyeonghaseyo."
Oh, okay, gotcha.
All right,
Run that
cool.
through Google Translate later. We got Carl XKBHX.
You know you're not gonna do that.
What's going
I
on?
don't know what I'm gonna do, nigga. All our pronouns are he,
And
him, and
put a
his.
pin in it.
What?
That's a different interpretation of put a pin in it. We'll come back. We'll circle back.
Ah, wow. Wow.
Ooh, you can't pull a
Callback.
swab on a swab.
Man, no, that's a callback to a
You
callback.
put a swab and swab on
Exactly.
himself.
You can't do
Right.
that. That's Suave's thing.
I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's not Swap's thing to say it in Korean. So,
True.
I think
This is
JK
true.
found his own lane.
But that's like going into a judge's courtroom and like banging his gavel. You know what I'm saying? Like just
No,
disrespect.
it's like bringing your own gavel.
exactly bringing your
Bringing
own
your own
gavel and
gavel.
hitting that. That's
And there's no rules against that.
Are you
Especially
sure?
if it's, I mean, as long as it's not a weapon, maybe it's paper and gavel. Like you can bring your own stuff in there.
He's still be found in contempt.
Facts.
I wonder if
quick.
there's like a judge surplus store. You go in there and get
You
gavels,
can get gavels and
robes.
shit.
Yo, niggas
You
going
get
to jail.
robes. That's how you get your robes. You go to judge surplus store.
Yeah.
Like a scrub store, but for judge
Yeah.
robes.
Yeah.
Judge robes.
Wow.
Yep, with judge robes.
And that store has to be out of business every week. It's not
Every
that many
week.
judges.
But it's not that. No.
They probably make them robes super expensive to offset it.
Oh,
Or
I
super
got it,
cheap,
imagine.
so they break
Yeah.
easily and they gotta come back.
Oh yeah, reoccurring.
Yeah,
Bro,
make them things
I
real
imagine
thin so they
some
just
probably
start
have, like,
disintegrating after a while.
tailor-fitted robes and shit.
Nigga stupid. Where was I at? Oh, we got 3 segments for y'all on the podcast. We're gonna talk about some nerdy news in headlines. After news, we got a topic of the week to discuss. This week we're talking about the revamped PlayStation Plus offering. Last but not least, we're gonna talk about what we've been consuming this week and what's good. That means games we've been playing, shows or movies we've been watching, comics or manga we've been reading, all that kind of good stuff. After the podcast, we're gonna switch over to after podcast gaming. And we're gonna play. Oh shit! What are we gonna play tonight? We're gonna play some Halo, probably. And we
I
may
think,
play.
keep it traditional. Rocket League and Halo.
I'm with that. Yeah, we got
Man, we
everybody
haven't
too.
had a traditional night in a minute, so we can just do that.
Do some orange versus blue. I'm with it.
Yep. I mean, the season for Orange versus Blue should be coming to an end now.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
almost
Oh,
at the end.
Of this, yeah.
And everybody knows that this was a hero's tale about Blue Squad and how they persevered.
I don't know
After
about all
being-
that.
Was it?
After
But I
being
guess for us
mocked,
to take it a little bit more serious, we count like the next like 2 nights, and whoever has the best night from
it's
that wins.
it doesn't have to be. It can be a moral victory, guys, and
Can be a
we're gonna turn it around and come
Long
in
as
and
you
beat the
can
juggernaut.
it, or should it be a victory
if you
counted
have
with
the
points?
one, as
Would you say, girl? You break it up.
long as you're the one with the moral victory and we have the real one, I'm okay
No,
with it.
no. That's
Wow.
not. No. That's not what's gonna happen. I don't think you understand how stories work. We're gonna win. That's my point. It's our turn. The momentum. This is Act 3 of the movie. This is where we hit the climax. Now,
Sure.
Blue Squad is gonna take over, and you guys are like, I don't know what got into them. It's just
All right, we'll see how
our
that
main
goes.
characters to do their thing. That's what I'm saying.
Is that?
I
Are we
vote
sure
for
that's what's
next
gonna happen?
season. Halo isn't a game we play. That's what I vote for. I
How are
vote
we
we
gonna
take
get
Halo
Carl
out of
back
next
if
season.
we take Halo out of the
Oh
equation?
yeah, podcast
Listen,
over for him.
as long as I get first pick, and I immediately draft Cert for next season.
Fuck all that.
Yo,
I want to be
Who
captain,
picked this
and
year?
I want first pick. It was Carl and Beast are captains this season.
yeah.
How did we
So,
decide the
Is that how that happened?
captains again?
We just randomly
Uh,
picked it.
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
A drawing.
Nah, I think we just randomly
Put
picked
numbers
it.
We can
in.
just do a random generator app. Like
There
somebody
you
just
go.
roll some dice or something. Everybody pick a
There you
number.
go.
and
oh yeah,
roll
I
the
think that's.
six-sided
I think that
die.
is what we did.
I think future tense, like maybe we can create like a Twitch plugin, just for this, right? And like the audience can pick, for captain next time
We
we
can maybe
go through it.
piggyback off that joint Carl was working on.
Oh
Yeah.
the Blurred King.
Just add some functionality to it. I
Yep,
fucks
yep.
with it. All right, y'all. Let's talk about this news real quick.
I mean, definitely a lot of shit's been going on for sure.
Call it news. I call it shenanigans.
Bruh.
Man, we don't really care what the fuck
Yeah.
you call it.
Damn.
Wow.
Wow.
He just mad because he about to lose in Halo tonight, so it's all good.
And
It's
Rocket
all
League.
Now you
good.
about to lose in Rocket
And
League, so it's all
Rocket
It's all
good.
good.
And
It's
Rocket
all
League. I don't know
good.
about that one, champ.
Hey,
That's
Swab,
pretty-
I'm gonna be on you like white on rice, bro. You're not gonna score
You
goal
ain't-
tonight.
You
My
ain't
my
said number
job
the
is to
word.
run
AJ.
interference.
Hey, they said number the word. He exactly right. We about to demolish your ass. Suave and Tech.
Rocket League. Not
Carl, we don't have to worry about.
Oof, Carl.
Oh,
You hear this?
Yo. I can't.
The
All right.
disrespect.
Okay, what's
So-
up with that?
I don't even know, man. So E3, the ESA has officially canceled E3 for this year. They're saying it's going to come back for 2023 in person. But I mean,
Yeah, give
E3
a
has
reason.
kind of been dying out a little bit, and like so console after the pandemic and everything and stuff going virtual, console makers, publishers been hosting their own digital events, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Direct, all of that stuff. Like in a post-COVID world, like is there still room for E3?
I mean, yeah. I think in person, yeah, for sure.
for sure.
But I think I think the way that we think of E3 is over. Like, you know, you have these big
That-
publishers that come and
yeah.
do these showcases and pay for these expensive booths and all that. I think that's just over because, I mean, PlayStation, Microsoft, Nintendo, all of them are going
Man.
straight to consumers. So they don't need a middleman anymore. They don't need this big fucking
Platform,
expense
yeah.
anymore. So that part, I think, of E3 is dead. I think the sweet spot was figuring out how to make it like still for the industry and then also having
Open
a
it
good having a good like public offering. So I think the concept they should go for is Gamescom over in Germany.
Yeah.
Where they do a good mix of like industry stuff and then a public stuff. They have a good offering. So if they could execute on something like that, I think E3 will be fine. I don't think it'll have the same weight as it used to, but
Yeah.
but yeah.
Okay.
That's what
So
I think.
E3 is dead. Long live E3. Like the old one is never coming back, but you know,
Yeah,
in person
the
they can still.
hype of E3 is over. I think the the exclusivity of being able to go to E3, that shit is gone because I mean they basically open it up to everybody. So as long as you pay, you can get in. Because at one point you had to know somebody that knows somebody to be in
Yeah,
E3.
it wasn't open to the public at all. It was just like
Exactly.
industry insiders and press.
Yep.
Yep.
So
Even developers, really.
you said what?
Not even really like indie developers or anybody like that.
Nah, not indie. Not at that time.
I know people from FAMU went.
What's this I smell? Could it be dirt?
I was upset.
Yeah, the worst. All right, I won't say it like that.
The
The people that didn't play video games went. I was so mad.
Damn, what? That's
Yeah, it was terrible.
Boy.
trash.
I'm not gonna name any names, but
We're gonna put a pin in that.
Oh, I want names. I'm just gonna ask later. I want names.
We're gonna put a pin in that. Definitely.
yeah,
Was at least folks in the department?
yeah.
Uh oh.
He said, "Uh-oh.
Sensing a story here.
Oh, very sensitive.
I need names.
All right,
Rounds-
we'll circle back to that.
Rounds with yay.
You're stupid.
All right. Any other thoughts on E3?
No, I think Crescent said it all, really.
Yeah.
And they open up to, I think they open up to not only public, but allow like schools, like colleges to come and be able to maybe have like a showcase of games that they've made, or like talk to industry
So you think they need
leaders, or talk to developers, have like some type of social aspect to it, and then showcase maybe a game or two that's coming out or whatever, still have people there to interview, whatever.
So
That's
let me
GDC.
let me ask you this question: Is E3? It's not a convention, right? Like it's not.
Not
It wouldn't.
exactly.
It wouldn't be considered a con, right?
Nah, it's not a con.
Right, because
It's
what
more
JK is
expo.
talking about is a con, right? That's what they do at cons.
That's
They
what it
have-
sounds. Well, so
But-
maybe my question for JK was like, are you saying that you feel like they need to court like future industry insiders, or are you just saying like open it up more to, or make it more inviting to people who would be interested from like just from a younger generation in general?
I think maybe a little bit of both, because I mean, like Crescent said, the hype of it going is dead. So like to revitalize that, you need to catch the eye of the younger generation, really, and have incentive for, oh, hey, E3's coming up, y'all going, blah, 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 or have people in college like, hey, E3's coming up, we're having this competition, have some type of competition or something. I don't know. It all depends on the market per se, because since COVID kind of like dwindled the whole conferences, and even like going to like Black Hat, going to AWS, or going to all these other conferences, it's dwindled down. And yeah, Marius, you're right, it's expensive to go. Don't get me wrong, but like,
Yeah,
that's
that was gonna be my next question. Cause like, who's gonna pay for it? Like, if you're sending college kids and like a bunch of them, let's say, like who's gonna like foot that bill for travel, food, boarding? Like how do you make it attractive to that crowd? Cause like, yeah, you want to court younger people, but like somebody got to pay for them to go.
Yeah.
That's true.
If you don't want to just end up with like rich kids, basically.
Right.
Rich
I've always
man.
looked at EA.
There's
I've always looked
scholarships. I got people with scholarships, but I guess I don't know. I mean, it had to be something. I don't know.
Get
That's a good
sponsored.
question. Yeah, you gotta get
Yeah.
sponsored. You get sponsored by somebody. Yeah, like they sponsor people for. They sponsored the FAMU team recently
Yeah.
for one conference that they had. It was a developers, black developers, and they got sponsored, and they all went to the to the esports room and watched the conference, and McDonald's sponsored them, gave them food, and they got tickets to go. So like, you just have to get sponsors from whoever is willing to sponsor you.
That's different though if it's 100% sponsored, right? Like if it's just a couple folks that need sponsorship versus if it's all going to be about
It's a whole team.
audience, and the economics is way different than just a couple.
I mean, it was the whole team that went, or that was attending. So,
and how many attendees? At least 500, I would think.
No, it was about. Oh, how many attendees? I'm not sure. I didn't. I have to check those numbers. But it was. But then again, it was all online. It was online too, so that's easy to kind of sponsor.
Yeah. But yeah, I think to your point, like, is it a con? Like so I think that's the transition, because the funding for E3 came straight from all of these big companies, all these publishers, all of the console companies like Sony, Nintendo, and then like EA, all of them. So since all of them are no longer there and they have their own thing, the revenue source is going to have to come from the public, so you got to have something for the public to do. So you got to kind of make it into like its own con. So something like Penny Arcade Express, which is PAX. So they got like a PAX East, PAX West. So they have models out here. The problem with E3 is ESA. The ESA is a pseudo governmental entity that is that's run by older folks. It's not. They're kind of in their own bubble, and that's kind of the unfortunate thing, is that they don't know, they don't understand what it is not to be E3 as they know it. They're used to, like, we got to get Sony in this booth, and we got to do this and then that. But now that shit's gone, they gotta pivot. So I think that the key to E3 success is if they can get some young blood in there that is used to the con scene, and come in and be able to kind of guide and execute on the future of E3, as opposed to what it was and always has been. So we'll see.
They need to have ways of playing the demos online. Like,
that's what Steam. That's exactly what Steam Next Fest does. That's what Steam does. That's what the Summer Game Festival, the Jeff Keighley joint, they do that. Yeah, a lot of these, like them, like, and that's the point. Like, a lot of these like newer entities are doing that. They're allowing you to just be like, yo, we got, you can still participate in the E3 fashion, but it's just virtual. And yeah, I mean, that's a lot of companies do
working
that
out
stuff.
well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it seems like an obvious move.
Yep.
All right. And so the EU is looking to pass a law to make like all mobile messaging, or maybe it's just all encrypted mobile messaging, like iMessage, WhatsApp, Messenger, like make them interoperable. And so for video calling, I think they're gonna get like, I mean, for the text part, people are gonna get like 4 years to get in line, and then for video calling, it'll be like a longer horizon. But like, I don't think I can remember a time where any cross platform messaging existed. Like, if you was on like IRC, you was on IRC. If you was on AIM, you was on AIM. Like, I don't understand how they can hope to make this work. But I mean, I don't know.
Well, SMS sort of did that, because I don't think text messaging was cross-platform initially.
Oh, really?
And it was either there wasn't a compatible spec, or the cell networks weren't connected, meaning you could only text people from one carrier. But I don't think initially everybody could talk to each other using text. That being said, like I I don't know how you I don't know what the legal basis for that is going to be. Granted, I don't know the rules in Europe, but you're going to tell a company, hey, if you do messaging of any kind, it needs to support this thing. That sounds crazy to me.
Agreed. It sounds hella crazy, but it's like, I mean, I guess in the name of, consumer choice or whatever, and all that. And I mean, when I was reading the article, there was like one security researcher who was like, they could do it, but they just have to get everybody on the same like encryption platform. And they were like, I mean, that's
With that.
Like, good
hard.
luck.
Yeah,
I like that idea.
it's hard to do.
Does
Why?
anyone else
Why is that hard? I don't get it. Why is that hard?
getting people to agree is hard? It's
Yeah,
not
getting
the
people to
Yeah, it's
agree.
not
it's
the
not that
technical.
technical feat. Yeah, it's
Well,
the
people
getting.
agree on TLS, don't they? Like, am I missing something?
No, this isn't the same because
Oh,
the TLS doesn't give anybody an advantage on the
Over
web,
the other.
Yeah.
and Apple distinctly has an advantage of keeping iMessage separate from everybody else.
yeah, but that's not
So-
the. They're saying like to agree on the security.
No,
aspect.
but yeah, so everybody would have to agree on Apple security, and who's to say that's not proprietary? That's not their own specific thing. Like that they haven't developed that protocol themselves,
No,
and then
I feel
nobody
like
can go
agreement
ahead.
on the messaging protocol, but not the security. Like, I don't think that's the biggest rub. Is like, okay, how are we gonna protect these messages, guys? Like, I feel like that's the easy part to agree
Even
on.
if they're protected, though, that still doesn't make them interchangeable,
No,
right?
I get it, but I don't. I'm just saying I don't think that will be the stumbling block. Is the security? The stumbling block is the protocol itself.
So let me ask you this question, because whenever the EU comes up with these kind of like things, it seems directly like a direct attack on Apple. Like, am I the only one who sees that, or is like
No,
Nah.
I'm not an Apple fan at all. Say what, Carl?
big tech in general, because they made some
Yeah.
rules that affected Google.
Well, yeah,
Right.
they don't like Google or Apple, but I feel like this one in particular is definitely a shot at Apple. Like Google,
Oh, it's absolutely a shot
it's
at Apple.
absolutely
It's about iMessage.
this.
That's obvious. Yeah, for sure.
But I'm saying like they went out of their way. They're going out of their way to try to destroy Apple's advantage in the in. I mean that would kind of significantly change the way that their phone advantage, because a lot of people buy iPhones not because of any kind of technical like not because of a specific spec is like jumping out at them like, oh, I need my phone to have this. They buy it for the social reasons, right?
The
So
blue bu-
yeah, the blue bubble. We've known about the status of having an iPhone in your hand and like somebody seeing you with an iPhone is a fashion piece. But now it's to the point where like if you're texting someone and they know you're not an iPhone user, there's that second wave of kind of like, you know, hate that you can get for not being an iPhone user, because you got the green bubbles, you got the trash video and in the group chat and all the other stuff. And this seems like them trying to solve that problem, because Apple's definitely not going to do anything to solve it. That's their competitive advantage. Why would they change it? And so the people around them are just going to have to make something just as cool, which is unlikely because of the foothold they have. So it feels like the EU is doing the dirty work for all these other tech companies, kind of like so that blue bubble stuff kind of becomes less significant.
The truth, okay. The truth is it's only because Google's lazy. They're lazy because people always say, well, why don't they just use RCS or whatever, right? But
Yep.
you don't need RCS. Like, if Google can say, okay, we're going to change what is required to be approved to have the Google Play Store on your app. That's the competitive advantage, because you can use open source Android, but if you want the Play Store with all the Google apps, you got to pass a certain test suite. You got to have certain things on there. You could just change the rules like, okay, you need to support this protocol for texting, blase blah, and it could be completely custom. It could be just as good as iMessage or further reaching the iMessage. It doesn't even have to be RCS. And then at least you'd have something that is competitive. And then maybe if you have something that's competitive, now you're at a good spot to negotiate with Apple or come with the EU to do this thing. Like, but they didn't want to do that. They were like, look, that's too much work. There's RCS out here. That's sort of good enough, right, guys? Okay, cool. And then pass the buck on. But Google could have solved that if they wanted to. Like, nothing's stopping them from doing anything end to end. They just chose to be garbage. I'm bitter about it. That's it.
As
You can't
see
tell.
that. I know, right?
Like, every messaging experience on Android is just so trash. Like, we moved to Discord because they're shuttering Hangouts for the stuff like we were using it for.
That is true.
The experience with Discord is just horrific. I freaking hate it. From a messaging standpoint, just texting, fine, whatever. It's messaging. But if you're trying to do video conferencing or whatever, like, you want to shoot yourself in the face. I hate it. Absolutely hate it.
Not in the face.
No, the video is terrible.
Hey,
So
No, they want you to pay for it.
whenever I call somebody, right? So or somebody calls me, say, this happened to me and Carl like last week. Call Carl. If he picks up, right, my audio does not work. I have to close the app and then open it again for my audio to work. It's ridiculous.
Premium feature.
That's what it is. It's not a bug, it's a feature. I get it. It's like, if you want your audio to work on the first time,
you gotta pay.
this nigga talking about a service tablet.
Nitro.
I don't even use the service anymore.
It's a routine now. Like, I answer, I'm like, hello. I don't even expect anything back. I just say that so he knows that it's not completely broken. Because sometimes it is completely broken and we can't hear each other. So I still gotta say something. But it's really just a signal so he could hang up and get back in real quick. Never freaking works.
You gotta get on that Nitro plan.
So I gotta pay just to get something to work, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what?
That's capitalism.
Maybe we should build a fantastic UI on top of IRC, and that's really what we need to do or something.
All that stuff.
I don't think we got you.
Still muted.
Oh yeah, you're muted.
I was trying to send him a message, so I didn't have to tell him this.
I'm sitting there talking. I'm like, damn, I guess.
I saw his mouth moving one time, and I was like, I think he's muted. And then I sent him a message that said, you're muted. And then he was just still going. I was like, he didn't see my message.
I did not see your message, in fact. Valiant effort, and I failed on my part. So Maurice was saying in the chat that the EU is also he was bringing up that the EU is also trying to enforce USB-C for all like mobile devices, for all devices that charge via USB, basically.
And Apple's like, nah, we make a lot of money making sure that some of our devices don't have
basically. But
and they failed.
Well, to your point about them just not liking big tech or whatever, he was also bringing up that they fined Microsoft like $1 billion. Well, they fined them on two different occasions, and at least one of them was $1 billion for bundling their browser, Internet Explorer with Windows back in the day.
I want to see how many European companies have these issues with the EU.
They disdain.
They're not big enough. They don't have
I was about to say. They're not like multinational and global like this, yeah.
It's American tech companies. They're taking shots at them. Only strictly you hear Google, you hear Apple, you hear Microsoft. All those are American tech companies.
They don't like our freedom.
Look out, America. Yeah, they don't like freedom over there.
They hate you. No,
But yeah.
but if ever they get a notable, sizable tech company, I would be curious to see how they operate.
All these rules will change, and they
100%.
will change. They will change so fast.
It'll make your head
Like,
spin.
You won't even. Yeah, exactly. You will have no. You'll be like, wait, like, wait. Oh, we can do whatever we want now. Apple's like, oh, Apple's gonna put Thunderbolt in everything just to spite them. Just put it in everything. Everything charges Thunderbolt now. The new iMacs, all the M1 stuff that they're coming out with, all of that charging with a darn Thunderbolt
Oh
or
my
whatever
God.
they.
4.0. We done.
Mini
That would
USB
actually be a lot of
4.0.
R&D. That would be a lot of R&D though. They could do it, and they probably
MagSafe mini USB is hilarious.
they would have to put a lot of R&D because their Lightning can't push that many electrons to
That's
keep
what-
as USB-C.
No, see, Carl, you're thinking about R&D. You just add another Lightning port. It's got 2 ports. And
You
they're
just
both
had
Lightning.
Oh God, that's,
That
oh,
sounds
You can-
terrible.
You connect the 2 Lightning ports. That's how you charge your laptop.
No,
That's
I
like-
disagree with that.
gross.
Hate
Come
everything
on,
about it.
such a simple answer. You were talking about R&D. I solved it. Just that
R&D.
quick.
Easy money. They need to hire you right now.
Next problem, please.
This man is gonna save the world.
Yeah.
All right, so
Lightning port, control the world.
wow.
But they try to force all cell phones to have USB chargers. I want to say around the 2010s type frame, between like 09 to 2013. And I don't know what happened with that. I thought that passed, but Apple just ignored it and they didn't do nothing. I don't know. But we'll see if they could get it done this time.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm definitely curious about all this new legislation. But you know, we got to give it some time, see what happens. So I don't. Does anybody here have multiple like Game Pass subscriptions that they're paying for?
What?
You know.
How about no?
Why?
Definitely
Just
not.
me. Definitely not.
Just me. Boy, let me done.
Bruh.
Nah, I mean, because they have like
That's
the
how you
whole
feel?
future
You need-
thing.
you
As long
need
as you log
multiple?
into the
I mean,
account
yeah.
on their
Ultimate
Xbox,
good.
you're good to go.
What was it?
Do
Your
it.
niece?
I need multiple. Yeah, so the reason I'm asking is because Xbox Game Pass is supposed to be getting a family plan, and they'll like bundle you up to 5 like Game Pass subscriptions for less than the cost of buying them all separate. And I have 2 right now for. Well, no, I lied. Technically, I have 3. I have one for me
Sheesh.
that I
Oh,
use
they need to be
personally.
paying you some bucks.
Yeah, they do. I got one for my like dummy account that I sign into when I take my Xbox in public. And then
Account, boy, like he got a burner account.
absolutely listen, they can't be
KD
fucking up
out
my
here.
saves.
We done.
And then my niece has one, and my wife has been asking me to get her one because there's some stuff she wants to play. She also trying to get me to buy a PlayStation, y'all. It's,
We'll get to that.
it's a lot going on in my life.
I don't want no
So-
Xbox. I want a PlayStation Plus.
She want both anyway.
Oh, that's crazy. Says the one who has both.
Yeah, so you know, if other people, I mean, I guess not y'all at this point. Maybe JD in a couple years, once your oldest gets a little older. Carl, once your oldest gets a little older. But yeah, I got at least 3 to pay for, and I'm very excited about this upcoming bundle and save situation.
I need my daughters to become YouTubers to pay for their own Game Pass. That's what need to happen.
What? That's
Like,
that's
look, I gotta save for college. I can't get
Content. It's called content. Make content.
Hey,
Feed your own self.
absolutely.
And then if you make it big, feed your father. That's all.
Seriously, right?
And if you get filthy rich, you better feed your father. I'm
Filet
gonna sit on my
mignon.
ass and game for
Don't
the
forget
rest of
that.
my life.
That's-
Like I said, look, not just any steak. All right, I need the
And not
expensive
just
cuts.
the
I got
expensive
taste out here.
With a little foie gras on the side.
Exactly.
Wow.
Listen,
Fuck,
your mom and I just need a
fuck.
chef, a
Hey, y'all just
barista,
rich now.
and you to pay off the house. That's it. You know, we'll be fine for the rest of our days.
That's it. Just pay off the house one time. We're good.
Exactly. That's all
Yeah.
I need.
We're on the
I'll
same
stop
page.
working right now.
I can do Tesla. That'd be nice too.
Exactly. You know, that's a given. That's gonna be the
That's
one of the
a
first
given.
purchases. That's a
That's
given. I
an
don't even have
easy
to
gimme
bring
right
that up.
there.
They know that.
Oh, what's a Father's Day gift? What's
It's a
something light?
Father's Day gift.
What's
That's
something
a-
light?
Light,
that's
something light, you know.
Hey, that's
Not
a
too much.
Tuesday.
Father's Day
You need to
gift
do something special for Father's Day.
is a brand new PC, or no, the true the Father's Day gift is Apple Studio. That's the true Father's Day gift. You know,
No, Mac Studio. This
Mac Studio. Drop a little studio on my desk. You know, that's a true Father's Day gift. Even
Damn.
though at that point I'm not going to be working, so I guess that's not necessary. A PC. We'll go back to the PC.
No, get the studio, man. Live it. Treat yourself.
Clothes.
Treat yourself.
Fragrances.
Treat yourself.
Massages.
Treat yourself.
Mimosas.
Treat yourself.
Fine leather goods.
Treat yourself.
It's the best day of the year.
The best day of the year.
there you go.
You,
You worked
you
hard
had
to raise
these
this
kids.
child.
You fed these kids. You
Exactly.
deserve an Apple Studio, even if you ain't gonna use it one day. You deserve an
Yep.
Apple Studio.
Just to look at it,
Let them know I said it when they make all that.
Live your life.
I will. And my kids will not put me in a home. That'll be the last thing those little fuckers do. I swear.
That's if you
I
still
mean-
got your faculties.
Exactly.
Right.
Unfortunately, any unfaculty
You
issues.
just gonna wake up one day, you just gonna be in the home. You're like, where the fuck
That's what
am I?
Murray said. Murray said they're gonna put you in a home.
Man
A
said a
nice
nice
55
55 plus. Yo.
55 plus community.
You know, a lot of them, one of them. I got 3 children.
Hey.
All right. And you know what? The little one is plotting. She does look at me a little funny every once in a while.
Take care of your daughter. Your daughter gonna be the one taking care of you. Your
Yep.
son gonna say, "Fuck you."
Wow.
My son is.
Dang.
He loves his papa.
Oh, good. He got 2 daughters.
Yeah, one of
I
them's
mean-
gotta love him.
Well, the smallest one.
You said
though.
one of them's gotta love him. Damn.
That's just the law of averages.
Look, we just hope.
Law average.
I got 2 out of 3. All right. Again, I can't stress enough. That smaller one is probably the one behind me right now.
Rip. All right. So I guess I'm the only one looking forward to the family plan. That's fine.
I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I just have no use for it.
I just you're glad you'll be glad it
Happy
exists,
it-
you know?
I'm happy it exists and I'm happy you get to use it. But yeah, no, I don't have a use for it.
This could share family plan.
Oh, maybe.
Nope. He
She'll-
said
she'll-
nope.
She don't play enough games to justify. She played 2
I
games.
mean,
One.
let me
She
tell you
plays
something.
2 games.
AJ, kids grow up fast. That's all I'm saying.
No, I'm talking about my sister. She
Oh,
plays
never
2 games. And so, yeah.
I
What
thought
are
you were
two
talking about
games?
your wife. I
Like-
was like, I'm here to tell you
No,
that.
she
argument is only
plays
gonna hold up
0
for so long.
games. She plays 0 games. So that doesn't.
Yeah.
doesn't even- my sister plays Smite and Destiny.
Oh,
Ooh, I
Yeah,
just
so
got
you
back
play
into
that
that.
anywhere.
Yeah.
play that on a Raspberry Pi. It's Smite.
You're not lying. You're not lying.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Smite?
Mike's fun.
The fact
Everything.
that you said that says everything, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Tech likes it. Something got to be wrong with it.
Start
Yeah.
with the name. Smite.
Preston, you also hate League of Legends too.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
I don't
But-
fuck with that.
Creston also hates rap music, so he might be just a little get off my lawn-ish. So
Yeah.
you can't trust everything he says.
Hey,
either.
I didn't say I
Nah.
hate rap music. I just don't like this new shit.
That's my
I
point.
mean,
more and more get off my lawn-ish.
I'm just saying, you know,
Hey,
it's mostly
God, I
trash.
sound like my
you gonna turn to
father.
Clayton Bisbee and shit. Turn that jungle bully music down.
I just got taste. That's all I'm saying.
That's the same thing my grandfather would say.
yeah.
Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. That generation, they have a point. That their music back in the day is
Pretty good.
legit.
Yeah.
Pretty
It's
good.
like
They-
I mean, that's the standard
It
of
was
music.
still-
So I understand coming from that to where we are now. I would be salty.
Well, those people are very talented. Those were very
That
talented
was actual.
individuals making music.
Yeah, that was
Now,
like
So my question is,
now
would you say
everybody.
like like Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak, like that type of music was like skate and
That's more the exception.
yeah, and they're biting off of old music, right? So
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like that was they're using
He's
that
saying that
standard
era.
to
and that's
kind of
why, it sounds so.
revitalize it.
That's why it sounds so good because of the era they're stealing it from. Right?
Yep.
But anybody with a laptop can make an entire album now. So, shoot, there are apps on your phone now. You can do it on your phone. There's a couple of music videos online where it's like made by, I think it's called Telly, and they'll advertise it at the end of the music video. Like they made the music video in a phone app.
Y'all wanna drop an album?
Yeah, Larry needs to drop an album and then turn it into an NFT. And then turn it into an NFT. That solves our problem right there. We can all retire.
Like a comic too.
No, listen, like Blerdimension, NFT crypto projects, they on the way.
On the way. Maury said, at
On
what
the
age
way.
do black men transition to dominoes? I mean,
I don't
Listen,
know.
I could whoop your ass with
18?
a game of dominoes right now.
you said 18?
18. You busted. Look, if you went to fam, I had to learn spades quickly because being in Gibbs, you had to know how to play. If you know how to play, no, I'm playing with you.
I learned spades probably.
That's
like
how,
5,
nigga, that's
6
spades to date, to this date.
Yeah, and
years
I
ago.
don't play with enough confidence
Spades
for
is
anybody
way
want me
too
to join their
sweaty.
team.
Yeah, see, that makes
Too
sense,
sweaty.
AJ.
Facts.
They see me and they're like, "Nah, you don't even seem confident. Get out of here." I'm like, I
Like,
know I'm
Michael-
playing. Nah, get out of here. Get out of here.
Decided your hierarchy in the family by how good you played a game of spades. Like, if you played a good game of spades, Auntie would be like, put you right here. You know, you would get first dibs at the plates. You know, you would get first dibs on desserts. Like, if you could play spades, you were straight. So I focused on that game. So I was well fed. There was
Every
too
time
many,
I play spades, I'm learning it. Because I forget. I play so infrequently, I have to relearn how the heck what's going on.
Yeah,
So,
I
I'm not elite, guys. Just putting that out there.
for Jaleesa's father to love me.
Story time.
Literally, when I asked the permission to marry Jalisa, it was literally over a game of dominoes, and he was just like, "It's based off if you win this."
Wow.
Rip.
I lost that
High
game.
stakes.
You like go show how you look, who you really love.
I lost that game.
It was like it was like loving basketball, but with dominoes and her father. You were playing for her heart.
Like shit.
It was like, yo,
wow,
you lose, you leave.
Love and spades don't sound right.
By yourself.
There's gotta be a better
Love
name
and
for
spades.
it. Hearts and spades. Is that what we
There
call
we
it? I
go.
don't know.
Yep.
Not everyone of the diaspora is equipped to play spades. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
have no idea how to play spades.
You do.
I learned at one point, and like Carl said, I forgot.
No,
It's a
I just don't have any confidence when I say I know how.
We
Like, yeah, I know how.
played
Didn't say it right. Get out of here.
at your uncle's house one time.
Yeah.
Or one of your uncle's houses.
I don't remember.
It was when I first came here. It was long. It was way back.
Yeah, that's a long time.
That's
Long
like
gone.
never again.
I don't. I wish I found it as entertaining as everybody else does, because then I'd probably play it more. And then
It's not even that hard of a game to learn. It's just that nobody wants to teach it. Nobody wants to teach it. They refuse to teach it because they don't. Yeah, they don't want you on their team ever. So if they never teach it to you, you can never play, and that way you never end up on their team, and then they never lose.
They never
So
lose.
they basically like, get out of here. I got my teammate. I don't have time to teach you how to play this game.
That's why I play games like Scrabble.
It's not that fun.
Like Scrabble, like they, most. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that anyway. So I just continue before I say something ignorant.
Rip. All right, so you said, Carl?
I said never that. JK saying something.
Okay, Carl.
Wow. Wow. So we got, I mean, that's really it. I'm the only one who needs this family plan, but I think, you know, we're all glad it's around. And so, and then as far as you know, Game Pass like things go, that brings us to the topic of the week. Sony is unveiling their new like PS Now, not PS Now. They're rolling PS Now into PlayStation Plus, and they're about to release like a whole new service, basically. That includes like both things, and you get, well, it's tiered. It's tiered, so it's like you get this at this level, and you get this at this level, and that type of thing. The highest one, yeah,
$200
the highest
a
one
year.
is like 120 per year. And so, but they don't have, the one thing that they're not gonna have is any day one releases. Like that's not coming to. I mean, maybe at some point in the future, but as far as what's about to come out right now, that's not in the plan. You're paying for access to like emulated old games basically, and whatever else comes on. Like you get some modern games on like PS Plus and PS Now, whichever one.
You getting game trials. That's
There you go.
that's as far as you get for like very brand new stuff.
So why would I pay $10 for that?
Because it's Sony.
Yeah, there you go. And because you'll get access to, like, if you fuck with emulation, you get access to that stuff. Like they're putting like PSP games on there. They're putting like a whole bunch of old stuff that they couldn't support with the hardware on this new service. Like people been asking for backward compatibility or whatever.
Emulate PSP games on a PlayStation 4?
What'd you say?
Not with the hardware, no. They were basically saying that he was asking they couldn't simulate it with simulate like PS1 games on a PlayStation 4, and it's like they could, like theoretically they had the power, but they
just didn't.
Yeah,
they just didn't. Especially PSP games, like they could have been emulated that.
They could have.
I mean, and
they
that's
said
the thing.
It was an
like,
architecture thing, but I don't know if that's true.
But they emulated PS1 and PSP games on the Vita. You could play all of those on Vita.
You can emulate it on a Raspberry Pi, so there's no way.
Yeah, it's just a matter of like what they want to do. They never really wanted to do this. They just kind of forced
I feel like they're forced in a corner.
Yeah. They put it out there just to shut these people up. Like, oh, y'all ain't doing, your retro catalog and this and that. And if you remember when they were trying to close down the PS3 store, PS3 and I think it was the Vita. I mean, not the Vita.
PSP.
Yeah,
maybe?
PS3. Yeah, no, PS3, PSP, and I think Vita as well. So they're trying to close that down because, and I knew it is because they had a service like this coming out. They just want you to get on. If you want to play retro shit, you should get into this PlayStation Plus service, and that's
On the
basically
bandwagon.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what games are they gonna offer. That's the only thing. Like they're very vague on what games are gonna be available. So they say like 300-400 titles, or like what are those 300-400 titles?
Yeah.
Well,
They're going 400 tiles all the way going back to what, PS2? PS1?
PS1, yeah.
Your boy wants to play all the Ape Escapes. They might get me for a full month.
I'm just
I've been trying to
stick with
find
the
all the
regular.
Ape Escapes. I'm trying to find them.
I'm just gonna stick with the regular. Like I'm putting so many new games. I'm not gonna go back and play old games.
True.
Like,
you got your PS5 already, AJ?
No,
wow.
It's not gonna happen soon. But I mean, I'd be more interested. And Mario's talking about Ape Escape, man. That's a great game. I'm just trying to live my nostalgia life. Let me do that. Without the hate. Everybody does it. Somebody doesn't. You don't understand it now. It's something funny. Everybody jumping on their nostalgia. got mine. It happens to be Ape Escape. It's a great game. Don't judge me.
It's a great game. No, I agree with you.
Too late.
1, 2, and 3,
Way too
by the
late.
way, guys.
Wow.
Three was very hard, in my opinion.
I feel like if you want
Played Ape
like
Escape.
retro games that badly,
Emulate.
yeah, like
You can actually buy the system cheaper.
$10 a month or free on a Raspberry Pi.
But
Or
most people are lazy.
And it's
They don't.
not that getting the ROMs is kind of like that's the hard part. Getting the
Yeah.
ROMs, the right binary files.
Exactly. You're
Like-
asking people to work.
No, it's
Tweaking
not
it
just
till it
some
works.
of it is like you got to rebuild some of these binaries. Like you can't just it would be one
It's
thing
not
if I
plug
had
and play all the time.
Yeah, if I had to go somewhere and figure it out. Trust me, I got a PlayStation 3 down there that has a certain software on it, and it's still not everything doesn't work on there. So you kind of have to like figure out what works and what doesn't. Some versions of those tools work with some games and don't work with other games, and vice versa. So it's like,
why can't they just have their first party titles on the servers? I guess that's what it comes down to, my man.
because
That's their selling point. That's their
Mhm.
strength. The reason why we have Game Pass is because Microsoft's first party wasn't strong for a long time. I mean, so they needed a new way to get people hooked into the ecosystem, which was like, fuck it, let's just use our money, create the service, offer value, and since our first party is like basically took the whole generation off, this is our selling point. But Sony and Nintendo, their first parties are system sellers. So
Sure.
that's mainly so in their eyes, they're like, we don't need to put our first party shit on PlayStation Plus because we can sell, millions of titles at $70.
So would you say the average, like I just wonder what the numbers are, like the average PS5, not even just all PlayStation, but the average PS5 owner, do they buy 1 game, 2 game, 5 games a year? Like what's the numbers on that?
That's a good question. I think it all depends on what genre they play in. Because if it's first-person shooters, there's only maybe
Duty.
3 at most that they'll play.
Let's be real. It's the average nigga picks up Call of Duty, 2K, Madden.
Every year.
And so, but
And they
pick that
charge
up.
$70 for that.
But they pick it up on PlayStation. PlayStation, that's everybody's go-to system.
So that's $210. So if you got the service, and right now they're charging 10, it's 120.
Mhm.
That's a $90 delta that you could be like, oh, I'm giving up $90. But I feel like as long as that 120 is profitable, you make up for that because you would attract more people to PlayStation. Like that's like the Netflix model. That's why I'm like, okay, it seems a little short-sighted. Or maybe they'll evolve into that when
I think so.
they could produce the consoles to the level to where it's not so constrained. Because there's no point in doing that. Now you cut your game sales, but you still can't get the consoles out to make up for this demand that you're creating. Because there's demand already, they can't meet it, and then they would create even more demand, and it would be even worse. So hopefully, then this is like their first step, and then they'll evolve into that. Because to me, it's like you're gonna get the money. Like people love your games, people love your hardware. if you just play into it, just make sure it's profitable. You play into it, it's gonna do well.
Yeah.
So
Maurice brought up a good point, talking about the live, because yeah, Sony did mention that they're working on like 10 to 12
Yeah.
like
They
live
want to put
service
out 10
games.
in the
And
next 5 years, right? Something crazy
yeah,
like that.
yep.
what is that?
What, live service game?
Mm-hmm.
So
Like
games
Like
like
Destiny and
Apex.
Halo now, Halo Infinite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Halo Infinite, yep. Free to play basically.
Yep.
Okay.
Apex, stuff like
Fortnite,
that.
yep.
Fortnite.
All them joints. So
Well, that
games where
makes a
you
ton of sense for them.
Yeah.
Especially after
Yeah.
buying Bungie.
yeah.
I
They
forgot all
specifically
about
dropped
that.
that after buying Bungie.
Yep.
So I guess we'll see. Let's see what they
I,
say.
I hope they coordinated with Bungie. I'm like, yeah, we bought you. Oh, by the way, guess what, guys?
Here's what you're doing now. This is your new job.
Left and right.
Everything is weighing on you and your choices, your decisions. You better
Yeah.
fix us, Bungie. That's why we
No
bought
pressure.
you. Yeah, no, really, all the pressure. We want you to know how
We
much
want you to
you
know.
have. We want you to know how much you have to succeed in order for PlayStation to continue.
Yep. Oh, Genshin Impact. Yeah, true.
That's a big one too.
So,
Yeah.
are any of our Sony people about to step up to this premium plus whatever the top tier is?
No. Keep talking
No.
It's a
Is
no
it
for me,
all
dog.
dependent? It's a no for you.
It
Are the
depends.
other stuff still there? Are they gonna have the other regular PSN and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll
All
still
that
have the regular stuff.
That's essential is the current is the current tier now. And after that's PS Plus something? Platinum or I don't know. I forgot what it's called. But after
Okay.
that,
Clearly not doing a good job marketing. You actually have a
Not at all.
PS5, you still don't know what it is. They need to get it together. Wow.
Agreed.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what those games are gonna be in the service. I'm intrigued. I'm actually interested in the old stuff.
True.
s-
So if they have
That's the most-
what would they
That's
have to
always
have?
been fun,
Oh, sorry.
though.
Go ahead, Carl.
I would be interested in old stuff too because I would play All Stars, but not at $10 a month. Like
Just
yeah.
pay for that year
yeah,
up
I
front.
could do
Easy
an All
money.
Stars. I
Yeah.
would play All Stars on PS5.
I'm sure Chris was talking about Ape Escape though, guys. So
You know,
Oh,
I
yeah.
can see that. You know,
Definitely Ape Escape.
that's what he was talking about. We
What-
get it. It's a great game.
what game would they have to have? I guess Creston, since Ape Escape is clearly the one that AJ is waiting on. What game would they have to have for you to be like, all right, I
So
need this?
It's tough because a lot of the games that I'm thinking of are not Sony
Exclusives?
Yeah, like they're like
Well,
more third party
They
stuff.
said all the majors have agreed to their to be on their platform. So I
I
imagine
believe it
whatever
when I
you could
see
think
that.
of.
Nah, I believe it when I see it.
Yo.
If I can get psyops on there,
Oh yeah, you were talking
I
about
would be
that.
happy. Yeah, I would be really happy. But I doubt it because I don't know who the fuck owns that shit anymore. I don't know
Right.
who owns Midway's IP. I guess maybe Warner Brothers.
Midway, they did some good shit.
That's throwback. Didn't Midway
Yeah.
do
NFL Blitz.
didn't they do like Mortal Kombat one time? Was it
They
They
their
did.
Yeah.
They did Deadly
Yep.
Alliance.
They
Yep.
did.
Deadly
They did.
Alliance and I
They did
saw a
all the Mortal
commercial for that
Kombat
shit. Yeah.
up until
So what happened?
Vietnam. Midway just they got
dissolved.
yeah.
But Deadly Alliance was I think critically acclaimed. I thought it sold well, didn't it?
Deadly
But
Alliance
that's
was
one
great. And
franchise.
Yeah, that's
what was the
one
next
out of
one after that? Deadly Alliance and matter of fact, they did it all the way to Armageddon. And then they dissolved.
But they were doing a lot of shit.
I think I got Deadly Alliance. I think that's the game I actually purchased back in the day.
Deadly Alliance was that ish. I had that on Xbox.
True.
If I get Blood, was it Blood Omen 2 on that jump?
Rain.
Of course.
The Bouncer,
Yeah.
some of the old school Ace Combats.
Well, Legacy of Kain, wasn't it?
I mean, if
Oh,
they could
Legacy
also
of Kain.
increase PS5 production so I can get my hands on one. I mean, I'll buy Pro. Without a doubt.
Maybe
said beautiful
you know
Joe.
what? Maybe that's part of the benefits. You get on the list, you get priority to get a
Yep.
PS5. Why don't they? Oh, they
have
should
my
do
money
that.
right
Yeah,
There you
but
go.
they just can't say that because that's probably
They could say that. They could jump sales.
Yeah,
but
that'll you see a
But that would be
subscription
game
jump.
so hard. People would sign up for that and then cancel as soon as that crap is
So quick.
Hey, well, shit, they got what
1 month.
500 plus
Yeah.
whatever you put down, so that's 500 plus whatever
99, $9.99.
yeah.
Oh, Beautiful Joe, I would play that though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought Beautiful Joe was
Nintendo? No, it was on PlayStation
Nah,
first.
no, it was on GameCube actually first.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was on GameCube. Yeah.
I was saying I remember it on GameCube. I remember it.
But then they ported over to
They
PlayStation.
ported,
I played the
ported.
demo. Back
That
when
game is
demo discs
hard.
were when demo
Shit.
discs were a thing, I
Yeah.
played Beautiful Joe on demo.
Beautiful Joe is ridiculously hard for no reason.
Yeah, for a game that looks that cool, and you're like, oh man, I'm about to go and kick some ass, and that's
You ain't.
hard. No, yeah, not at all.
No.
Person, we should try and get some costumes for a con one year and go as Beautiful Joe characters.
Yeah,
That's
you'll
that's a little much.
Okay.
Those characters are very extravagantly dressed.
Yeah,
In all the ways that I just couldn't do that. I don't have the confidence.
not at all.
That in spades, man. We gotta
look, man. You gotta have the confidence in your voice, guys, and I guess that translates to costume. You gotta have the confidence in your walk. Can't just put on a costume.
But let's be honest. That whole space thing is such a low hanging fruit. Like people, that's like a easy way for people to be like, oh,
Black card revoked.
it's just a talking point. It's the black family talking point. It's nothing. It's not special just because you know how to play spades. Like,
Yeah.
get over yourself. It's not a fun game. Like
It's not that fun.
It's not that, but nobody plays spades for the game. They
Yeah,
play
they just play
spades to
for
talk
the
trash.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, you talk trash.
What-
It's not about. It's not a strategic game. It's not chess. It's not even as good as poker.
It's as it's as interesting as bringing liquor to the party.
Yeah, or playing
Damn.
war. No, it is. It is. It's
not as bringing liquor to the party.
That's what it is. It's like war or goldfish, or it takes no strategy really to win spades.
Yeah.
It's really just like you play the hand you're dealt, and there is some strategy to it, but there isn't a lot. Like most card games, there's not a lot of strategy to card games. We blow it up.
Yeah, I'd rather play Uno. Exactly.
Uno's way more fun. It's way more
Uno's
fun.
a great game.
You lose lives and lose friendships.
Yeah, I was about to say, and Uno also, I think the relationships are more strained in an Uno game.
Absolutely.
Because you can directly assault somebody.
Directly.
As opposed
and then
to
you gotta watch your back.
Draw seven on JK every chance I get.
Paper
Tut.
I would throw a draw 7 on you every chance I got.
Bruh.
Draw 7.
Dude,
Ain't no draw 7. Draw 4.
Oh, sorry.
And I'll draw right back.
Draw 4. Draw 4 more. Change the color to red. Draw 2. Draw 2 more. Draw 2 more. Draw 2 more. Draw 2 more. Reverse back to me. Uno out.
Boy, get your.
That's the hate in your heart, Ted.
Yeah.
No. In the new packs, they give you like 4 blank cards, and so Julius and I made rules
He
for
said
4
kick
blank
this
cards.
guy.
So it's draw 7, switch hands.
Oh yeah, switch hands is a crazy one.
Yep, or
This is my
draw
favorite.
20 is one of the other.
DB Daryl says, "Here we go with that new."
Did you say pull 20?
Yeah, pull 20.
See? That's your house rules, but we playing by Blerdimension rules.
So I
Here we
bought
go with this.
this. I bought this
Banish
other one
immediately.
called Uno Flipped, right?
Oh
And
yeah.
So it's Uno is like the regular Uno on one side, and then this
Yeah.
ridiculous Uno on the other side, where everything is just kind of like way worse. And then
Yeah,
if
we
you get
got
the
one of
flip card,
those.
you flip everybody's cards over. Play the
Yep.
play the other side of the
Oh,
rules.
bet-
They done
bet when we-
strategized
when
and
we're able
everything.
to-
They hate you.
Mhm.
You
bet
drop
when we-
that flip down there.
When we'll be able to play together, bet I'm sitting right next to Tech, so I can just end his career.
All right, we need to do that because it's an Xbox game.
Yeah.
or whatever.
Hey, Tech, what?
Oh shit, let's do it.
Tech,
Yeah,
what happened? I thought you were supposed to come in town soon.
Who?
Man said, "Fuck you."
Oh, it was for my birthday. I was supposed to, but we ended up not doing it.
That's
my
right.
father-in-law
We
couldn't
supposed to go see Nope.
Nope hasn't come out yet, has it?
I thought you said we were gonna see Nope. Oh no, sorry, I'm getting those.
I mean, I'm definitely down to come to watch Nope. That's still gonna happen regardless. Or
I
is there
thought
a
for some reason I thought your
Catholic
birthday was around the
theater?
same time Nope came out.
Nah, my birthday's March 1st. I was gonna come down that weekend.
AJ,
Rip.
But
Yes.
this is it's not free.
It's not free.
Oh,
How much
no,
does that
no,
game
it's not.
cost?
Regular Uno's $10. Ultimate edition is $20. And
Yeah,
then
we want to reach into the
We can all take
region.
$10 and put it as a tax write off.
So Blurred is picking that up.
I mean, you buy it today and you write it off next January.
Yeah, but the Cash App and the debit card ain't working too good right now. That sounds like a Blerdimension pickup. I don't know. It sounds like.
Wow.
Acorns?
What's that?
Acorn? Reach into your acorn?
Look, those gotta grow for a while. JK, they don't turn into trees if you go digging before they sprout.
Wow.
There's a man who recently digged into them. Okay.
Whoa.
Damn. Don't put it.
I'm kidding. I don't know that for sure. I was just grasping at straws.
Goodness.
Grasping at acorns. Let's see.
People have
That's
died.
nigga and his dad jokes. You're gonna be an exceptional father, Preston.
Based off the strength of the dad jokes alone.
It feels like a good measurement for fatherhood.
I mean,
it's a straw hat and some slippers.
Yeah,
like
some
when they use them on the
slides.
grill. He'll be perfect. Some cargo pants, some cargo shorts.
I do need new cargo pants.
Wow.
Oh boy.
I don't know if you do.
The Ultimate Edition has the Uno Flip, AJ.
How much is Ultimate?
We don't need Uno Flip.
$20.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
that's
don't need Uno Flip. We don't need Flip. It's just Uno. Just a Blerdimension Uno. We need to.
Oh yeah, that would be interesting.
Since in Tech we're talking trash, and I'm like, we could instantly solve this. The game exists.
It's already here for us.
Monopoly as well.
Oh yeah, they do.
Monopoly. We should just do all board games.
I'm fucking with that.
I get turned off.
So-
March to the American find an Uno deck for a few dollars, but we try to play online. Not all of us live in. You know what? Never mind, Maurice.
Question. So
we're gonna play with the Florida niggas.
Some of us get Ultimate, right? Can we play against somebody that didn't get Ultimate? Would it work?
Probably, right? But
Yeah,
you just
you'd
can't
probably
play
be
that
able to
one
play-
mode.
Yeah, you can't play the other mode.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It shows include. So the regular one is just straight up Uno. The Ultimate has Uno Flip, Uno Just Dance theme DLCs, and some other DLC.
Hold on.
Ain't nobody asked for all that.
I'm saying
nobody really asked for Flip. But Just Dance is too far.
It's just a theme, though. It's not like
I was gonna say, "Ooh, this Uno, you gotta get up and do a jig after you put the card down."
Like what?
I have trouble doing that, man. Come on now.
Hey man,
Wow.
as long as it's a 1-2 step, I can handle it.
Nah, that shit gonna be
Don't
like
know
you
what
got a
it just
Dougie for a
said.
minute
Quarter
straight,
tons in
nigga.
there.
You gonna have this man jerking on camera and shit. I'm
Oh,
falling
whoa,
and busting his
whoa,
ass.
whoa, whoa.
Oh my,
Calm
bruh,
down.
what's wrong with this nigga? Yo, this man is childish as hell. Hey,
So last call, regular Uno or ultimate?
Regular
man.
Uno. Did
Hey,
anybody
I
try to
say
play flip?
if the bug has bitten you, Carl, I say go ahead and go for that ultimate. Unless they're gonna let you add it on later for $10.
See, you
No, once he bought, they gonna be like, that was the old price.
That was facts. Price done went up, nigga. Yeah, I mean, hey, if you're already there, you about to pull that trigger. I say go ahead and get that ultimate, man. You already in there.
Eventually.
I mean,
Just saying. Just saying.
Oh, what's
well,
I found?
I'll wait till we actually gonna play. I'll wait till we actually gonna play.
Yeah,
Maurice found a free one.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
he
not
did?
Uno, but it's yeah.
It's a
It's
JavaScript
Uno
one.
inspired.
Yeah.
Uno.
So it's like
Sure.
if you click on anything outside the game, you're gonna get a virus.
Absolutely.
Oh no. Rip. Keep it.
Ads
They can
on
keep
top of
that.
ads. Ads on ads on.
Nah.
You better have your Brave browser going.
Rip. What were we talking about? I forgot. Oh, the PlayStation thing, right? So if they got Ape Escape, you signing up. And you said if they got what? Creston?
Psyops, the
Oh, yes.
Bouncer, Blood Omen 2, Ace
Blood Omen 2.
Combat. What else from PS?
First
all
Ace
the
Combat, PS1 Ace Combat.
all the Siphon filters, even the joints on PSP.
Wow.
If they got SOCOM, I'm in there. That was my shit for a little bit on PlayStation 2. Yeah.
SOCOM was way too hardcore for me. I was like,
SOCOM is so much fun.
I like the idea of SOCOM so much.
SOCOM was so much fun.
I like the idea, but like Kristen said, it's too hard.
Yeah.
The newer one that came out when we were at FAM was fun, but that whole company dissolved afterwards.
That's
Oh,
because
damn,
of the
for real?
PSN outage fucked it over.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were on the brink of making a whole new one, and the PSN outage happened, and
Zipper Interactive.
Yep, it just dissolved it all together.
Oh, rip. That's fucked up.
Rest
Like,
in
I've been
peace.
waiting for a new SOCOM for a minute, but it's not coming. It's never coming,
Nope.
is what I'm hearing.
It may be.
Nope.
It may be part of the live service offering. I mean, they could easily put another studio on it. It doesn't have to be Zipper.
Bungie.
They could put
Yeah, Bungie couldn't make a SOCOM game.
no,
I don't think I would put Bungie on it.
Realistic.
You got so many like who could do it? I guess I don't know who. I was gonna say the people that did Demon Souls. What's the name of that?
From.
No, not from. They did the Demon Souls remake.
Oh.
I forget, but they you could use them. I mean, there's options, but I think that would be really cool if they brought SOCOM back as a live service. I think that fits perfectly.
SOCOM
And apparently
gonna be recruiting people.
Apparently they're working on a Twisted Metal live service game too. That would be tight.
That would be tight.
Oh, Twisted Metal Black, add that to the
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Twisted Metal 2. Twisted Metal 2 was fun.
Yeah, Twisted Metal 2 is probably my favorite out of all of them. Next to Black. Yeah. Black was tight.
Is that the only one you can play as Sweet Tooth?
Nah. You can play
No, Black you play Sweet Tooth. You started with Sweet Tooth, I think.
I'm not sure.
Oh, Midnight Club. Hell yeah. Midnight Club. I
Oh,
like.
Oh yeah,
Dub
the Blue Point.
Edition,
Blue Point. There we
baby.
go. Yeah, there we go. That's
Midnight.
Midnight Club. That's Rockstar, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Rockstar. That's not
Yeah.
coming.
Good
But
luck.
you
Good
know,
luck
I
with that.
wish. But maybe I could play the old one. You know, shit. If they bring that, I'm
Nah,
in there.
they gonna add that to GTA Online. You got to go to
Oh
GTA
my
Online to
god.
play it.
No.
Need for Speed Underground.
Not gonna do it.
That was my shit.
Hey, for real, Daryl. I
Hey,
was like,
EA got to sign off on that. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of these games, like they're you know third party, and it really just depends on. That's why we're in that's why we're in the position right now with GoldenEye is, like Microsoft owns Rare now, but Nintendo still has the rights to GoldenEye.
damn.
So then you get in that position where they pretty much built the game. The game is playable, but they need to get that shit signed off from Nintendo.
Gino's like,
It's like,
we have-
where do we get our millions?
yeah. Or they're just like, we had plans for that. Like, you ever had like a younger sibling and like they had like a toy, you wanted the toy, and then as soon as you go pick it up, they're like, I was gonna play with that. Like,
Exactly.
Bruh,
no, you weren't. No, you weren't. No.
you weren't thinking about it.
Perfect Dark on 360 was such a letdown.
I didn't play that one. I don't think I played the 64 joint, and that was
Look,
my shit.
it's a launch title.
A lot of time for 360. And they
That-
tried to make it multiplayer, and it was such a letdown.
Rip. All right.
Rogue Agent was though fun.
Well,
So join us, you all. Join us on the PlayStation. Well, so it sounds like Suave has no choice now.
I don't. It's gonna
Damn.
happen. It's gonna happen.
It's already happened. It's inevitable.
Why is it gonna happen
The
again?
ball is rolling because my wife wants one.
Yeah.
Get put in the bag now.
So
My
now
wife-
Swab wants one.
Hey, join us, man.
Time
You
to
can join
play
us
one.
on
I'm like,
Returnal.
nigga, you don't even play no games. Like, when are you gonna do this? But like, that's a null argument. Like, it's not an argument I can. That's not a
You
debate
can't
I
prove
can
the
win.
negative.
losing.
Can't prove
You're
the
always
negative.
losing.
You just gotta be like, you're not gonna play this. Can't prove
You
that.
just gotta put it out, put it on the list. Birthday, Christmas, anniversary, Valentine's Day.
It's facts.
Yeah.
Oh, you just keep moving it from this list, keep pushing it down, kicking the can down the road.
Basically.
Next
I was
holiday,
gonna
next
be like,
holiday.
yeah,
sure.
next. It's on one of them lists.
They use Creston's
Next time we can
luck.
circle back to it, Swan.
Yeah. We'll put a pin in it. We're gonna circle back.
We'll circle back. Circle back to it.
Absolutely. So we'll see. Anything else about this new PS Plus that's coming out?
Underwhelming.
Still waiting for the Ape Escape news, and then I'll let you know how I feel about it.
I'm still waiting for a fucking PlayStation 5, and then
Oh,
I'll let
rip.
you know how I feel about it.
Rip.
It's fucking pointless. No, we're coming out with this. Oh, that's great. How about you come out with more stations? Fucking spammers.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, he's a little serious about that.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Just
Yeah.
sad.
Better.
That's cool. It's whatever. Fuck them. They don't deserve my money anyway.
Damn.
Damn.
What has Sony done for me lately? Nothing.
Damn.
See, and that's why you ain't getting one.
Fuck you, Beast. No
That's
one
why you
asked
ain't
for your
There you
opinion.
go. That's you just you could just say, it's Sony. You haven't done much for me, but I'm willing to pay for a PS5.
Most people have been willing to
Can't
pay for a
believe
PS5, and Sony still said, "Nah, bro, we good."
They really did.
It's true.
Like, nah, bro, we good. Chip shortage. That's why.
That's it. All right. So y'all niggas ready for what's good?
Yes.
Are we doing
sir.
it while gaming again, or we just?
We
doing
are.
it?
We about to play some Soul Cal while we talk
SoulCal?
about what's good this week.
Oh fuck, man.
Nigga said, lift yourself up by your bootstraps. Hey, this man out of
Old
here,
feller. Old feller.
bruh.
Oh, good.
Oh man.
Maurice, I don't like you. It's bad enough you be doing like rich people stuff during the weekend and whatnot, but
Yeah. Driving Teslas with
exactly
a blindfold
like,
on.
drives a Tesla around a circle and whatnot. Like I just It must be nice having all that money and that Tesla energy.
Mhm.
You wake up and just, look out the window and just see your Tesla parked there. It must be nice.
Must be.
Pours
Must
gas.
be.
He
I
pours
can see.
gasoline out on the streets in front of the
Yeah,
pours.
exactly in
see-
front of the forest.
I can see Maurice is
You
blasting.
want
Get
this
on my
gas?
level.
You want this gas?
I can see Maurice is blasting. Get on my level in the car as he's pouring it and driving away. Like,
Yep. You want this gas? Come here.
Rip. Who's not? This is me. Chris, can you make the room? 'Cause I forgot
Yeah,
how to do it already.
give me about 5. I'm finishing
Alright.
this match.
Is gas past $5 by you guys' area?
Nah, we
Past?
back at
No.
3.
Nah, we're back
Huh?
I'm back at like 315.
For gas? A gallon?
Yeah.
That's some bull.
Sound like Carl back at 3 guys.
Definitely not.
Yeah, nah, we're back at 315.
The low point
Not that
is 420. Most of them are like 480 a gallon.
well,
That's
it is
fine.
Florida, so
Damn.
Florida's usually
$8?
the middle.
Yo, how
JK,
I-
don't do that. Don't do that to your friends.
At the height of it, I
Florida.
swear.
I didn't say anything bad. I
all
just say it is Florida. You have Rick Scott as the governor, so yeah, he's
He's not the
shady shit.
governor.
Oh, he's not the governor anymore.
Senator.
Oh,
No,
then.
we kind of wish he was still the
We
governor.
went
you got
backwards.
DeSantis.
Yeah, the sense is a little worse. And by a little, I mean significantly worse.
Damn.
Well, sounds like he's swaying y'all again, but I don't know.
Rip.
Well, there's a chance that we could get rid of him this year, but I'm not holding my breath on that.
Yeah, I'll never used to know.
Do y'all think he's gonna win the nomination for next Republican candidate for president?
If
No.
Trump run again, I think Trump will still get it over him.
Damn, why this
I
nigga
doubt-
Trump won't go away? Like, dog, we don't like
And then
nobody like your
again,
bitch ass.
I don't
Except
think
a
Biden
lot of people like
beat
him.
him.
Except
A
a
lot
know.
of people
like
love him, man. It's as unfortunate as it is. He has love in every area code for the most
God
part.
damn.
And I don't think Biden would win over him again. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't see
I'll
that
be
happening.
honest, yeah.
So we most likely will have another, Trump Trump presidency if he does get the nomination. Which I don't know. The Republican Party might choose not to and go someone else. And
They have no choice in the matter.
I mean, I imagine they have no choice in the matter, right? But you never know. Some wild shit could happen.
If they act up, all he's gonna do is go independent and then crush him.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he's gonna have. Because usually for most states, you need a certain percentage as an independent to be on the ballot, and he would easily make that threshold.
Honestly, I wouldn't see him not. I wouldn't put that past him because he's always had gripes with what the Republican Party does. I wouldn't see.
He absolutely would.
Yeah, I would not see that. I wouldn't put him past him making his own new party and running on that.
That costs too much money. He's not making the party. Like,
no.
He's gonna be an independent.
He has money flow. That's not. He has more money flow than he has ever had in his life right now.
That's still a lot of, like, why spend that when you could just keep that in the bank account? Like, he doesn't need that. All he needs is social media, and he's got that with his own social media
These
platform,
niggas
I
ain't even
guess.
on.
I'm on.
You might be appearing offline or something because
Yeah, I don't see you.
switch that thing back on.
Who you hiding from?
DB Darrell said it's still over $6 in LA. I'm assuming that's
Jesus.
Los Angeles, not Louisiana, but that's $6 for every gallon, nigga.
Go nowhere.
God damn.
Let's be real. In LA, all those motherfuckers have Teslas. So like, who
No, they definitely
has
don't.
gas?
Some people
they not balling like that in LA. Trust me.
But
bike or a scooter.
California give you, I think they give you 10 racks just from the state.
Yeah.
And I think that's immediate, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm.
So the discount's even larger in California.
Or no, actually, I just read some shit because they keep raising up the price. Like they're not giving people the rebate or whatever anymore.
Did you get the invite, Tech?
I did, but it said I was unable to join, so I quit and restarted. And I should now appear as online. Ugh.
All right. Who's starting off? What's good?
$80. Who's starting with what's good?
Oh, I can go real quick. We're not talking about Teslas and high ass gas. I haven't been watching a lot of stuff. I've been binging a few things. I started and finished Ranking of Kings. That thing was crazy.
Is it?
What's that about?
Don't lie to me, because I keep wanting to start it with the animation. I just can't get past the animation.
So good though.
It's not in my mind. It's just not, and maybe that says
it's
more
you.
about me as a person.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't tell me that. Like everyone says, it's like the new like Mob Psycho, and like Mob Psycho's animation, I couldn't get past that either until I started watching it. So, yeah.
I mean, you kind of do look like him though, a little bit. Tell you the truth.
Wow.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Where is
the
Wait a minute. Are you saying the Mob Psycho animation isn't good?
I didn't like it at first. So when I first had seen Mob Psycho, I passed by it completely because of the animation. It just wasn't what
You
I
must
liked.
be talking about the art style. You don't like the art style,
Yes.
but like the
Oh
animation.
yes, the art style.
Ooh.
Sorry. Yeah, the animation is fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's
you
that's an art
making it
style
right.
issue. No, it is an art style issue. It is very. It's made by the same guy who did One Punch Man.
I can see that. AJ, you getting back on cam or should I fix this?
I'm not getting back on cam until we start the games because Soul Calibur's not on my S. So I'll be back on cam, but not until after that.
Yeah.
What's good?
Let's see.
Why don't you download it on your S?
It was on my S. I cleaned my S. Like I took almost everything off of it. Because I was trying to. I was playing around with emulation and I needed space.
Oh, you put Retro Arch on there?
Yeah.
So yeah, right. I mean, I liked it. I think the story was really good, and oh lord,
That's what it was about.
Oh yeah, what?
You want me to tell it?
Go
Since
ahead.
you're fighting. Basically, it's a world where there's a ranking of kings based on how well your kingdom thrives, basically. And so this follows a story of a prince who can't speak and can't hear, and he's trying to become, I guess, the greatest king. It's almost like a One Piece type, like I'm gonna be king of the pirates type ordeal.
Nigga, Ash Ketchum, you want to be the very best.
Yeah, but people would just like people think he's stupid. People think he is incompetent.
And what's crazy is they say all this shit in front of him, but the nigga can read lips.
Yeah,
and they don't know that.
They're like, he can't hear. He hears. So we could talk about him, and then he befriends I don't even know what to call his friend.
Just like a
another
different
being,
species
let's just say
of
another creature that comes to the king. He befriends him. He can understand him, and he sees that he's a interesting person to befriend. So it just followed. I only got to 3 episodes, but that second episode, boy, had me going. I was like, this feel like Shield Hero all fucking over. But anyway, so I'll go ahead.
Yeah, so that I finished that joint and it was straight. Like that was like the only joint I was watching for like a couple days. And then Tokyo 24th Ward finally got their like 10th episode or whatever. And that's been pretty good. They just talked to the other 2 main characters about what's going on with the Kanai system, and they are rightfully disturbed. But it's going pretty good. They had that little filler episode, and I had to skip that shit.
Man, it's not a father. man is not a father. He's
Rip.
just not. He's
Like
not
that's
that.
crazy right there. I can't imagine. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I've been watching Bel Air on Peacock. We've got through. I mean, I don't know how many episodes it is, but we're at least 9-10 episodes, and it's pretty good. I like it as a reimagining of like the story. There's definitely some stuff that I find a little bit annoying, particularly about Carlton, but I understand they had to like reimagine it as a drama. They had to add tension, and that's one of the ways that they injected some of that into the story. I've been watching a lot of like Jeopardy. I don't know. I've been back into it. Been having a good old time watching Jeopardy like an old nigga. You said F. Carlton.
I'm like an old
God damn.
Jeopardy.
He is acting his ass off. I said it like facts. Facts.
Father Jeffrey?
I don't think so. Oh wait, you mean like in real life? I don't know.
No, I'm sorry. The person who plays Jeffrey now is is his son. Is the person who plays Jeffrey now?
I think that's a urban legend, or it's not. I don't think it's real. I think it got debunked.
Well, okay. I mean, I don't know.
I saw. I think I know exactly what meme you're talking about or picture. I think it's not real.
I haven't seen that, but yeah, I don't know nothing about that. Is this a fan theory? I don't know if it's a fan theory. I haven't seen the
a picture of them both. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
you son of a biscuit.
Oh, Rip,
my
that was a good match.
gosh. Oh my gosh, I hate you so much.
What else?
She just like throws her entire body out there.
She does. It gives her so much reach. Salaryman's Club. That's the badminton anime. It's been decent. It's entertaining. I'm gonna keep watching it. I've been watching Strongest Sage. And they got my man Maddie in a tight spot. I don't know what they're gonna do.
X to block instead of freaking A.
Terrible. What you been playing, man?
I haven't played Soul Calibur since the last time we played it. Other than I practiced once in the last 2 years.
Rip. And then Rocket League, of course, Halo Infinite. I'm definitely trying to get these Whispered Skies skins, so I'm gonna keep playing that through the weekend. And then I've bought Elden Ring. My curiosity got the best of me, and it's been pretty good so far. I have died more times than I would have liked, but
no, you bastard.
Yeah, it's not so. It's like if Skyrim was like hardcore. So I'm enjoying it so far.
That's a great way. That's a great way to mention that. Yeah.
Marcia gave me that idea. She was like, "This looked like a game you play," because it looked like the other game, and she was talking about Skyrim. Oh my gosh, I probably put like 300 hours into Skyrim.
As you should.
Elden Ring got another one.
You don't play ESO?
Daryl, what you trying to say, dog? I tried ESO, but I couldn't get into it.
No.
Daryl, it's a good game. It's a good game, man.
Elden Ring is by far. It's gonna definitely win Game of the Year. That's
100%. It's gotten too much praise.
It's
like
the crown.
If God of War doesn't come out.
Oh yeah, if God of War doesn't come out. Now, if God of War come out,
Tech, you missed your spot.
Has that? Oh crap! Did I?
Yeah.
No, my bad.
Oh damn! I could have waited for it to come back around. Damn, my bad. I was like, oh, it's me. I'm in there.
Preston can still win.
Missed your spot.
But yeah. Oh yeah, and when I get the PlayStation that I'm eventually gonna get, I'm definitely Horizon is on my list.
Why did you ready yourself?
So that Suave can let it go, because you gotta cycle the list again.
Got you. Yeah. I'm gonna let it ride. But that's it. I
I'm
started
gonna
Elden
press
Ring.
it. Don't press nothing, Tech.
All right.
Started Elden Ring. I've gotten maybe 2 hours in. I haven't fought nobody particularly strong. I got one-shotted like 2 different times, and I'm leaving them fuckers alone, and we'll see if I can come back strong. Oh wait, what?
Demon dragons.
No, I tried to fight this big ass giant nigga. Jump from the top of a bridge and just murder.
Oh my gosh!
Just murked you.
Kristen pressed that.
Top ropes.
He was like, because it was gonna put Kristen back at the top.
Suave, if you're not gonna win on ground with giants, you gotta be on horseback. So you gotta really practice like fighting on top of the horseback, because it comes in clutch, especially for those like wide open bosses. So yeah.
No, I'm gonna have to. I didn't even have the horse that time when I just went in there because the light was like, yeah, go over here. My dumb ass was like,
Don't-
great, no problem.
Listen, don't trust that fucking light. That light leads you to
I've
death.
I've learned that the light cannot be trusted. Like I gotta go
It
where I
cannot
want to
be
go
trusted.
because
Exactly.
that shit will lead me to my doom.
Exactly.
Disrespecting me, he picked random.
Yikes!
He
Wow.
did disrespect you with the rain.
Anyway, that's it for me. So, who's this fighting? Preston and AJ. You want to go, Ty?
Yeah.
All right, bet. What's good with you this week?
Elden Ring, of course. I actually haven't played anything else besides it. I have put in a good.
You haven't even played Apex?
Nah, I haven't had
Oh,
any
haven't.
desire. If I have,
They just released their next gen patch, right?
Yeah, I have no fucking desire. Zero, zilch, none.
But it doesn't have 120 FPS.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't care.
Damn.
So really, it's just been a lot of Elden Ring. I've put in a good amount of time into that. I've been playing that one dragon game too.
Yeah.
Like I'll
Crimson
a few,
something.
Yeah, I got a few cycles in there every once in a while. Yeah, I might play like once or twice this week. And that's just a genuinely like just fun game. Like the mechanics are fun. Like it's not too intense. And you get to fly a dragon around and burn other people on tops of dragons, which is pretty dope. So that's a fun game. What else? I mean, I'm really hyped for this next anime season. Tokyo 24th Award. That's coming to conclusion. All in all, it's been a good ride. Like definitely like not a very high paced anime. It's a very story driven anime. With a lot of character development
That was not on
and
purpose.
stuff like that. And so all in all, I would say I would give it a 6 out of 10 for this season for sure. It's definitely it was my surprise pick of this season. I didn't see it coming. I had not known anything about it, and so when I watched it, I was pleasantly surprised for sure. So yeah. What else? I started rewatching Tokyo Ghoul, and that's just that's always a fucking banger. I'm really just like picking episodes I wanted to watch, going back and forth, and so that was fun. Outside of that, not a lot of manga, and I haven't had a chance to make it to a comic book store in a minute. So I am reading this new audiobook. Not reading, listening to. And what is it called? It is called The Insecure Mind.
Interesting. What's that about?
And basically, think if Elon gets his way and everyone's walking around with implants and stuff like that, it takes place, I think, like 40 years or 80 years into our future, or maybe a few hundred years. I think it's 100 years in our future. And so, everyone has implants and stuff like that. And of course, it's about kind of like someone learning to hack those implants and basically cause your body to shut down. But it's really fascinating. They do a good job, world building, for sure. I'm only like 10 hours in, and most of it's been world building. So I'm hoping that some more story development happens soon. But they talk a lot about like America's second civil war that occurred after the pandemic, and I'm just like, please let this continue to be just fantasy. Please let this continue to be just fantasy. But yeah, that's been my week. That's been my week. So yeah, we can go next.
I'll go next. So I pretty much just watched stuff. I didn't really play anything that I would consider exciting. But I watched Abbott Elementary, which is it's basically it's got the same energy as The Office, so it's always that's good in my book. The most recent episode was hilarious with they had that desking challenge. The kids were all doing this desking thing, and the teachers couldn't stop them from like doing the desking challenge, and so the whole episode was about like trying to stop these kids from hurting themselves by jumping across desks. And it was just I don't know. You got to like learn more about the janitor, who's like my favorite character on the show. That guy's hilarious.
So what's that name of the organization? The Last J.
My favorite part was actually the thing he's ever said was when they found out that the other guy didn't like pizza, and that guy
Oh
said, "You don't like
yeah.
bacon." He said he don't like bacon but nah, he don't like bacon. He just his character to me is just like incredibly interesting, and he only says like a few words, but they're very interesting
In
almost
and
every
out.
time. Yep. And then let me see. I watched both Halo and Moon Knight. Halo, I am not impressed with. I actually don't like Halo. I'm gonna keep watching it, but I don't like what the direction they're headed. It just seems weird to me. It doesn't. It's like a completely different. It's completely different from the way Halo is kind of like the idea you get from the game, the idea you get from the books. If anybody's ever read the books, it's different from all of that. So you don't really get like the cool Master Chief. He's weird. He's like very like childish. Like he's not. He doesn't feel like an adult at all. He's very needy for Halsey's like approval and stuff like that. It's just a weird.
Is he
I don't like
young?
the Master Chief. No, he's a full grown adult. But the way that they portray the Spartans is that they're all kind of like that.
Mm.
Like they're all kind of like she's inhibiting their ability to think for themselves and stuff like that.
Okay, that makes a little bit
So
more sense.
yeah, so the chief character is very dull to me, but also like he just seems empty, which is the point I guess for what she did to them.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
at the
yeah, for
same
sure.
time, it just makes it an uninteresting show because the cool character is like the most
This is a
character.
battle
This is
right
really
here.
getting intense.
You guys are focused.
Dang it, I'm trying to talk in. All right, so now that I've lost, I can speak more freely.
That was a fight. I gotta say.
I know.
Dog, that was the worst possible nigga I could have picked to fight Keelik. Like, if I knew.
That was a fight. My God, you guys are ready for that.
So, anyway, I watched Moon Knight, which I don't know what to think about Moon Knight. It was weird. I hate the CGI. I don't like the costume, but I like Oscar Isaacs, and
Don't miss your turn, Tech, if you play.
I kind of like the character, just the character in general that he's playing. I forget the 2 or 3 names that he uses. But yeah, and then I watched Picard, which Star Trek. I've been on a Star Trek kick for a while now, so it's like it's a time traveling season, I guess. They've gone back to stop us from going down a terrible road. So they go back to 2024 to stop us from destroying the planet and becoming this entire race of xenophobes that kill all the aliens in the galaxy.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's random.
Yeah, he's been disrespecting people. Oh no, that was Kristen. Anyway, so that's it for me. Just those 4 shows, pretty much.
But who else we got? Carl, Chris, JK.
I can go real quick.
All right,
so in a rare instance, I've watched way more than I've played stuff in the last couple weeks. Few shows I started watching was the Dropout, which is the Elizabeth Holmes Theranos story, which is great. It's a great show. And it's going to be a short series. It's only 8 episodes. I think they're on number 7 right now. So that's been good. Winning Time, the show about the Showtime Lakers, particularly Magic Johnson. That's really good. I'm really enjoying that. And actually they shined a light on the last episode. They shined a light on the architect of the Showtime Lakers, like the kind of like the offense that they were running, like fast paced. I guess like kind of what a lot of how basically like modern basketball. He kind of created that, and I actually never heard of him, because I always thought it was like Pat Riley, but it was this other guy that came in from the college system and revolutionized the whole system. So yeah, that's really cool just to kind of see all this in dramatization form. What else? Righteous Gemstones on HBO is hilarious. It's basically following this fictional megachurch family that's just fucked up. It's kind of like if megachurch it's a megachurch version of Succession.
Oh my god.
But way funnier than Succession. Even though Succession is funny as shit, um, in a dark way. This is like intended to be like dark and funny, but it's a good show. I'm really enjoying that. So there's 2 seasons of that. We're on the 2nd season right now. My favorite characters is I think it's Baby Billy something. I forget this. I think it's his name. But yeah, great ass show.
Daryl
Also
asked if it's a normal comedy or a dark comedy.
it's dark. It's dark.
It's everybody darkness.
Human Resources on Netflix, which is a spinoff of Big Mouth, is really good.
I gotta watch that. And now
Wild and out of pocket.
It is good.
Gosh. I feel so much better watching that now that it's not about a bunch of freaking
Yes, right? Even though I mean like the stuff that they were hitting on in
it was facts.
It was but it was just weird.
It was weird.
Seeing fucking it was
even weirder than this.
Well, I mean it's more it's adult, so it's kind of you don't feel as you don't you're like, am I supposed to be watching this?
Right.
Still weird.
You never have that. It's definitely weird. It's animated, so anything animated is gonna be weird. But speaking of weird, I finally watched that giant that JK was talking about with the Justice League giant on Netflix.
Yes.
What's it called? Something
Guardians of Justice.
It's basically Kung Fury and Justice League. So if you like that ridiculousness of Kung Fury and if you like superheroes, it's basically that. So yeah, it's really good. Finish Upload, which is good. Glad that's back, but then now it's gone. I forgot how short the episodes are and the season was or is.
Yeah, they cut it short. The COVID cut it short because it wasn't even a full.
Yeah, because they left
slate.
it. Yeah, they left it at a spot. I was just like, okay, that's it. All right.
Yeah, that was kind of rough.
Yeah,
I was getting annoyed by a couple people.
Oh yeah,
who are those?
but I think that was
his point.
Oh yeah.
So what else? I watched the Earthquake special. Earthquake is the DC comedian. Is one of the first specials produced by Chappelle.
Oh yeah.
You know, so I'm glad that like motherfuckers are really seeing how funny motherfuckers are in the DMV area. We got good representation at the comedians level. We got Chappelle, Earthquake. What's his name? Tony. I think it's Tony something is coming out. He's the next comedian that's going to be produced by, or the next special that's going to be produced by Chappelle. So he's doing like a whole, kind of like how Tiffany Haddish kind of did the They Ready special, where he featured other comedians. So he's more behind the scenes. But yeah, that time was funny. And then finally I watched Lizzo's Watch Out for the Big Girls show, which was actually really good. Like I was saying before, that shit was like it was real positive. They definitely weren't about the whole reality TV shtick where, you know, at the drum up some drama. So it's like the one person that caused drama, they immediately got them the fuck out of there, which was cool. But yeah, you just got to kind of see behind the scenes, like I was saying before, seeing how these performers, like how intense those preparation is for all of that stuff, and the constant not knowing if you're doing good enough, and are you gonna make the cut, like that shit. That's a totally different world. So yeah, it was cool. It was well done. It's on Amazon, I believe. So yeah, if you're interested in that stuff, check that out. As far as games, I just been playing a lot of fighting games. So King of Fighters 15, Guilty Gear Strive, and Street Fighter 5. I've been playing those recently. Um, and then movie wise, I got to see this movie called X, which is a new slasher movie with Kid Cudi and some other um I was about to say rappers,
Celebrity.
but yeah, just other actors and actresses. This was actually really I went to go see it with Nicole, and she liked it more than I liked it. I was like, wow, okay,
Damn.
yeah, because I thought she was gonna be like, you know,
He loves murder mysteries. Okay.
yeah, that actually makes sense now that you say that. That is her thing, is murder. So,
I think that's all.
um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, this was a rare 2 weeks where I was watching a lot of shit as opposed to playing stuff. So, gotta fix that.
Facts. All right. So, Carl, JK, what's good with y'all?
I could go.
What's up?
Not a lot of diversity with the stuff. So,
Oh, we're surprised.
hey, your face. The week before last, I started watching Snowfall, and
How's that
within a
treating you?
week, I might be in love a little bit or a lot. So within a week, caught up entirely.
I'm not even caught up.
Now, the latest episode apparently dropped Wednesday. Yes, or maybe Tuesday, whatever. Um, one of those days. But so I haven't watched that yet. But yeah, nearly 5 seasons because I think there's only 10 episodes per season. So season 7 just dropped. So I was binging pretty heavily to catch up. Show's freaking amazing, I think, but you know, I feel like you can't really do those shows without some glorification, but I feel like they did a good job to try to not glorify it too much. And the main character, Franklin Saint, like the actor that does his role, like he's incredible.
That nigga be acting his ass off.
He's freaking incredible. Like I still don't know his name. That's real sad. I still don't know his name, and I don't think I've seen him in anything else. But the dude is just like the subtleties of emotion he's getting out. I'm like, I know exactly what you're thinking. It's not
Panic, Preston.
Yeah, why'd you stop playing? It's
It's
like you put the controller down.
Wow.
I tried. I was like, I couldn't figure out what like combo to use. I just froze up. I was just like, I'm just blocking. Like, I'll see an opening soon.
Your
Sorry,
name is
Carl.
Damson Idris.
yeah. He needs to be in a movie. Like he seems like a future Oscar winner for sure. Like he's really,
100%.
really, really, really good. I think. Um, I caught up on the anime, so the case of Vanitas, I feel like it's in a lame spot right now. It's not an incredible anime in my opinion anyway, but the story was hooking me a little bit. But right now, yeah, I don't like where it's at right now. It's just kind of lame. I feel like so. I need more action. I need more powers. Tell me about this vampire born under the blue moon. The actual Vanitas. I need to learn more about that. So we finally seen what this vampire looks like. It's a female vampire, which was at least for me unexpected because they always seem to put like.
What the fuck is block again in this game?
Hey. Oh Jesus! Grow versus grow. Sorry, Car. Go ahead.
But yeah, so I need that to get a little better. So off recommendation, I've watched like that 24th Ward thing, Tokyo 24th Ward.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need some more action from that show, like a lot more.
Damn it, Creston.
So it's like, okay, there's a lot we don't know. She's alive, not alive, whatever. Fine, sure, I get it. Awesome. But I need some stuff blowing up. I need some powers. I need to see these people go superhuman more frequently. They don't do that. So, Strongest Sage, caught up on that, and I appreciated the last episode because the episode, I don't know if it was the episode before or the one before that. I wasn't in love with that one, but he fought a strong demon, and he had to be a little bit more clever, a little less. I'm just way stronger than you to come out with the win. So I dig that. So I'm looking forward to that episode. And Orient, caught up with that. Can I want to see what's special about his sword because I get the sense that okay, he has a sword now, it's going to be special. He's going to have some sort of unique power. I'm just in a hurry to get to that to see what that's going to be like. Okay, I'm trying to think. Was there anything other anime? I don't think so. I think I did play a couple random games of Halo, which is surprising because, man, need more content there.
MCC.
What?
Yeah. I agree, Creston. They need more content than Infinite. Completely agree with you. But
oh, that shit goes all the way around.
That's it. Probably tomorrow, I'm gonna have to go ahead and watch that next episode of Snowfall. But yeah, that's it.
Noise. So for me,
CW.
Done. All right, let's go on some Rocket League.
Wow.
Wrong. Disrespectful and childish, but I'm gonna leave it alone. Definitely watched.
Didn't we just say you were done?
Wow, the disrespect.
I couldn't hear nothing except the wind over there. So, what did he say?
I mean, did you watch anything else besides CW this week, Beast?
Yes, bitch, I did. How about that?
Why don't you tell us that? Tell us what was in CW.
Oh, this motherfucker twirled around my attacking shit. Sorry. Go ahead, JK.
I was gonna say something, but I'm trying to compose myself. To show that some people on this group, just love being a nigga so much that he just, he can't just compose himself, not just once.
Beast is about to go Will Smith on you. You better chill.
Listen. The world's with Chris Rock, so I'll happily be in that spot.
I mean, I guess I don't know.
That shit is still like I didn't want to talk about it on the podcast, but that shit's still wild. Like that just. And not just that.
It is. He had a human interaction.
Yeah.
And it was the wrong time or place, and all that rage, all that energy built up, and
Chris hit him at the wrong time. It just happened at the wrong time. Anyone who's married knows that level of frustration, and just took it all the wrong way.
It is what it is. What happens, I just hate people try to keep analyzing. I'm like, dog, he got slapped. Okay, he know he did wrong. Chris know he did wrong. Just leave it at that. Everybody asking, oh, how did you feel when it happened?
Oh, my bad. I shouldn't have derailed this with that. My bad.
No, it's fine.
You did derail. It's your fault. It's your fault.
What did you watch that wasn't the same?
But shut up, Tech. God damn it. Keep losing. How about that? Shit.
I will. That is my only plan.
Keep getting your ass whooped. Crescent, keep whooping his ass. How about that? Got my characters to win. Play to win, having ass looking motherfucker. Anyway.
I like my uncle with that motherfucker.
What I watched? I watched Orient. Started watching Ranking of the Kings.
Is that good?
Orient? Or Ranking of the Kings?
Ranking of the Kings, yeah.
It's pretty good. So far it's been pretty good. It's almost like watching Shield Hero in a sense. Shield Hero and One Piece kind of combined a little bit. If that makes sense.
So
tall order right there.
One quick little question, JK. So I now have all 3 of these stupid streaming platforms for anime. When can I drop 2 out of those 3?
Right now.
For you talking for anime?
I
got Crunchyroll, Funimation, and Verve. When can I
drop 2 of them for Crunchyroll.
Drop Verve.
Drop Verve. I gotta cancel mine actually.
No, everything isn't transferred yet. So if you're waiting for that, then you got a little bit more while to wait.
Oh, for Verve?
A long time to
wait. For them to transfer like your watch list and stuff like that. They're working on it, but it is not nowhere near done.
I don't even know if
I can do watch list I gotta transfer. I gotta cancel my account so it can go over to Crunchyroll so I start paying for that. But yeah, so I've been watching that. Started watching Strongest Sage, Weakest Crest. That's been getting good. One Piece has been a hiatus since that hack, so haven't been watching One Piece all that much. Attack on Titan is getting really good as well. I've been watching some Netflix show to watch He-Man, Masters of the Universe. They had new episodes. I watched the Adam Project. There was another Netflix show I watched. I can't remember what it was, but watched Moon Knight. That was pretty good.
Hey, Swab, chill.
Gotta stay in the game, man.
What else? I watched Turning Red. I think I mentioned this last time. Maybe. I don't know. I thought it was a good movie. Hulu, have been watching much of on Hulu. HBO Max, watched DMZ. I watched which was okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it was missing. Okay. I feel like I was missing something.
Yeah. I wanted to
Outta
like
here.
it.
Like, I see what every doing HR was trying to do, but like I feel like it was missing something.
Yeah,
Still
it didn't
haven't
have.
seen that. I need to check it out.
It just didn't have like a identity.
Yeah, it was like a. It's just like, hey,
Like
here
a
we're in
little hollow.
post-apocalyptic. Yeah, it was a little bit hollow. Like they tried to make it to where it wasn't, but
It's like it was a good like plated meal, but it's just the flavor was off.
yeah. Definitely to take it back to redo.
Add a little salt,
Add a
a
little sauce.
little,
It's a little sauce to it.
a
Little
little
saucy
something in there. Listen.
Been watching Superman and Lois. That is getting very good. The lore, they've followed the lore very well with Superman and Lois. And now this last episode, Superman has gone to Bizarro World, and now it's showing the world without Superman for like a month. And so they have John Henry or Steel picking up where Superman left off, and
Niggas
his
always gotta
son.
clean up everybody else's mess.
Well, I mean, they're kind of displaced from their own world since they came in from an alternate reality where Superman took over the world and started destroying shit. So pretty much becoming tech if he has superpowers. What else? Naomi, this last episode was better. Still they still need to, hopefully it picks up more. It got very interesting towards the end where you discovered something about discover something else basically about the parents and the whole mystery of what she's trying to figure
Son
out.
of a.
Huh?
I'm sorry, take me out. I got a little overzealous and put myself in a bad
Bat-
position.
Why you do that, man?
My bad.
Don't let that
Go
beat
ahead,
you,
Beast.
bro.
Yeah, you're right.
I got faith. Flash came back. That started its run again. It's been a little bit interesting. They try to bring. I guess they're trying to bring in a new force. I don't know, but we'll see what happens with there.
I'll let you get it perfect. I was not paying
No,
attention.
I earned that perfect.
What's the other one? I've been watching Resident Alien on Sci-Fi. That shit is hilarious. It's good. It's pretty funny. Pretty good.
Damn it, man.
What the hell was that?
What else? Gaming wise, been playing Warframe. Now I'm playing Tiny Tina's Wonderlands and having fun with that.
What is that game about?
It's basically D&D with Borderlands.
I'm gonna need you to expound on that. This nigga.
So basically, you are a character placed into a crazy psychotic little girl. Well, a little or a woman. I guess she's a woman now. Girl's mind of a D&D game. Basically, she's a dungeon master, and you are trying to just follow her story, what she's going through. It's based off of a DLC from Borderlands 2 that they made, called Bunkers and Badasses. And and it did so well that they made a standalone, and the standalone has been actually very good. As far as gunplay, as far as the rank system, and it was crossplay out the gate, and it was pretty seamless too. So that's what has been fun as well. And I've been playing with two of my PlayStation buddies, Zero and Hig, and so that's been good. I tried playing. I played Apex a little bit. Played the new event.
Get out of here.
I played Guardians of the Galaxy. It's interesting. It's actually pretty good.
I've heard good things.
Yeah. What else I played? I think it's real. Oh, Warframe. Did I say Warframe? Yeah, I've been playing Warframe.
No, not yet.
Warframe has been interesting, and pretty fun actually. But I'm looking forward to. Oh, we played Knockout City last week or the week before, and whooped some ass, especially Tex. Ass got whooped a lot.
That's a damn lie.
Yeah, great game.
Mm-hmm. It's okay, Carl.
Rip.
I like that part, AJ.
Gonna go see Morbius this weekend.
Yeah, it was so great. You're a great person, a great human being.
We'll go see
Do you
Morbius
think
probably on
for Morbius?
Saturday.
Do you think Andrew Garfield is Spider-Man on that joint?
It's in the same universe, so.
Yeah, people have been saying
they said it's in the same universe as Venom, which, if that's the case, then Andrew Garfield is the Spider-Man in that universe. If
Wait a minute,
Spider-Man,
Venom's not in Tom Holland?
no, not anymore. After, if we didn't watch No Way Home, but we don't care about spoilers here. So if he No Way Home, he went back.
Let's go. What happened, Creston?
Wow.
You got lucky. That's all.
Hey man, I got lucky 3 times.
Okay.
AJ's on a
All right.
streak.
Wow. Anything else for you, JK?
He is happy. This man is.
He is static right now.
He is
Yeah, his soul is pleased.
mad shit.
Oh, Shield Hero, April 6th.
Yes, I'm ready.
Let's go.
Wow.
Yes,
I'm ready for that whole season. There's some bangers in that season.
Is it going to be simulcast?
Yeah, I believe so.
Absolutely.
Believe so.
Oh wait. You mean the dub, Carl?
Yes.
Oh, probably not.
Unlikely.
Probably gonna have like the dub come out maybe a couple days afterwards. Maybe, I don't know. We'll have to see. But I'm ready for it.
Almost never a couple of days afterwards.
Yeah, it's usually like a week or 2.
Oh well, I try to give you hope, but
false hope. That's not good. Nobody wants
it's
false
not
hope.
false hope. You never know. They could be like, "Hey man, we heard Carl on stream. We gonna give it to him. We're gonna give it to him just for Carl."
The dub need to come out first.
Nah,
Nobody likes dubs besides you, Carl.
Yeah, it's sure okay.
Sublife.
There's more people in America than Japan. Get out my face.
Wow.
That is true.
But they make the content, so
And details. Serve your customers. Thanks.
Serve your customers.
I don't think we are the customers. I think we're the third party. But it's whatever. Also, I'm gonna go to Hammer and Nails this Saturday as well. But I think that's it.
Hammer and Nails. What's that?
My men's spa that I go to.
I thought it was like a home improvement store.
It does sound like a home improvement place.
It definitely does.
It's too on the nose for home
It's
improvement
pretty.
place.
It's
Yeah.
Men's spa?
Yeah. I go get my
I need some
manicure, pedicure, head shave, or haircut, and a face shave.
Dang, dude, that sounds like a vacation.
Yep. And when you get your manicure, you got like a 50-inch screen TV. You get beer, snacks.
If you don't mind me asking, what's the dollar signs around that thing?
$174 a month.
Oh, they got you on.
How many times a month you get to go?
I get 3 premium services for each month. If I don't use the service, it rolls over to the next month. So,
How many times does it kind of roll over?
however many times.
Yeah, is it like my Audible subscription with my credits? Do I just keep
Yeah,
piling them up?
Keep the credits. Yeah, you keep piling up.
Dude, that's not a bad deal at all, man.
And I'm taking Crescent for his birthday.
Does it include nachos?
No, don't include nachos. But
You can get beer, but not.
Look at this
you
jerk
get-
trying to ring me out.
you
Yeah,
get beer.
that's how the stage saved this dude. We gonna play in a box next time. We ain't, there's no
Facts.
ring out.
But no, it's a cool place, cool people.
Is it
nice
down there where
spot.
you at, or is it like in the city?
Yeah, so it's in Gainesville. They have one in Leesburg. They have more stores. I think they have some in the West Coast, like LA, Washington. I think New York, and a couple other places. But it's a franchise, so people want to invest in, make, and have one built in their community. They can. I don't know how much it is, but they could. But
I don't trust no franchise to cut my hair. That's just my personal opinion.
You don't trust no.
I don't trust the franchise. And all that. Like my once upon a time I was in foster care for a little while, and my foster parents were white people, and they took me to sports cuts to get my hair cut.
Sports cuts.
My poor hairline was so fucking jacked for a very long time.
Yo.
So you had a fucked up hairline, and you look like that. Damn.
Wow.
But yeah.
That's a shame. But no, for here at Hammer and Nails, they actually have a bunch of professional barbers. They got black barbers, they got Middle Eastern barbers, and so
they got the whole rainbow.
They got the whole rainbow.
That's smart.
Yeah.
They could have ruined the whole thing. They got, super cuts type of folks there.
Well, the good thing is that when you go to a barber, they have a profile for you. So when you get your haircut, they keep track of what you did. Yeah. So like they have a haircut profile. You're like, oh, they look at the notes to see what they did from last time. I'm like, oh, okay, I know how to do it. So if you want to keep a consistent haircut, they can just look at your profile and just get that consistent haircut going.
Dope.
So
but you can't have like your preferred guy.
Yeah, you can, but they have booking appointments. So if that person's booked, then you can. That's why I have multiple people I go to. So there's like 2 black guys in my.
You gonna cause a fight?
Store. Huh?
I said you gonna cause a fight. They gonna be fighting over you.
Nah, it ain't about that. But they're all mad cool. So
that's.
Make a trip up here, Carl. I'll
That's pretty good.
Yeah, man. Make a trip up here. Maybe I help you out.
Yeah, y'all Florida niggas need to come up here. Get out of Florida for once in your life.
I mean,
damn, nigga said once in your life.
It's like what, a 2-month window that I don't have to wear long sleeves. I mean, come on, man.
I mean,
I need that. I need the shorts and t-shirt kind of lifestyle.
Hey, we got summer up here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
we
late
got-
spring.
We got a pretty miserable summer too. Nice and hot for you.
Yeah.
All the shorts you need.
You got 2 months. You got 2 months of shorts wearing weather.
That's about 3 or 4.
I need a little more. I want that all.
Global warming. I mean,
Wow. Anything else for you, JK? Or we
I think that's it. Ray just kicked Tech's ass real quick. Before that ends.
All right, bet. So we about to go ahead. We about to switch to Rocket League.
yep, I'm down for that.
All right, let's go ahead and get over there. All right, man. So that's it for the podcast for tonight. We definitely want to thank y'all again for joining us. Definitely let us know if there's something you want our perspective on that you haven't seen us talk about, or if something has changed, then you want our perspective on the new shit. Follow us at Blerdimension everywhere if you haven't already, namely here on Twitch, on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. If you fuck with the content, give us a heart, thumbs up, whatever's platform appropriate. On Twitch, you give us that Prime sub, or you pay a little something, support us. Some of those things are free for you, but they all help us out with the algorithms. And we stream the podcast live on Twitch Thursday nights. So make sure you come through next week. We about to go play some Rocket League, Orange versus Blue style, and then we gonna get us some Halo. So, stay tuned for that. Let me switch this to Rocket League.